What's going on? My name is Sono Jono, and we are live with very, very special guest here. First off, we have here tonight two very, very special guests. First up, we have the man that slaps bass harder than your mama, Bully the Kid.
Everybody needs somebody. Everybody.
And our final guest, the ghost with the most than no other, Floof the Bassist.
Howdy, howdy. Yes, my hair is too long. How did you tell?
Yeah. And my name is Sono Jono.
Let the bass go.
All right. So, what's going on with everyone here tonight? I see some basses in everyone's lap except for me, because I haven't even got a bass out yet. How to even start? Hold up. All right, here we go. This is actually a new joint I got.
All right, Bully, play the lead line. Here
Woo.
we go.
Oh, snap.
And here we go. Our final guest for now that just popped up. We got the world's okayest, playest, bassist.
Hello.
Yeah. Ooh, I hear myself.
This is gonna sound horrible in post.
Oh,
Man. Also, I remind myself.
Who am I kidding? We're talking about the Z basses. Hold on. Get it. Let me get it.
Is this you, OB?
I think he's getting everything set up. Let me go ahead and just for now, and then once he's
It's
good to go,
OB.
once he gives me that thumbs up, we're good to go. Yeah, if I get the thumbs up from OK's bassist, we'll bring him back up on the show. But for now, let's go ahead and pop out those Z's.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah. Here it is, everybody, the Z3.
And it's in that nice color, boy.
Rose gold.
That nice color, boy.
Wow, my slapping his ass today. Alright, whatever.
Don't worry if he makes you feel better. My playing is ass today.
Man, speaking of playing, I wanted to give you a big nod for your GK setup. I just need to know one thing. What's your head? Is it a 700 RB?
Well, his
Or the
head is on
five-
his shoulders, usually.
No,
Put
shit.
your head
Floof,
on my
I forgot how you are.
shoulders.
Anyway, what's the head unit powering the amp? It looks like it's sitting on top of a 210 and a 15?
Ooh, close.
210 and a 212?
Nah. So the top is a 112. The bottom is a 212.
Oh, 3
Yeah.
Sexy. Okay.
It's killer.
I didn't. Yeah, but then like you have it by amp?
1 second.
Yes. Yeah, I do. From the 700 RB head.
700, dude. Let me tell you something. Let me. Okay, so I had a 212 sitting on top of a 115, boy.
Oh,
And it
no
was
way.
all GK Neo.
That's what I had originally.
You want to talk about stomping somebody out? Look at the flex.
Yes.
It was so hard. Like I was.
I freaking bet.
Oh, dude, the only thing that could stomp it out probably is a 412. That's the only thing
look.
that I don't want to see. What the hell?
Ooh, look at that Z7.
Hey,
Heck yeah.
what color is that?
Ooh,
Burgundy mist.
heck yeah.
You raggedy bastard.
You see what's on it?
Are you already through the tapes on it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I messaged
Killer.
the guy I ordered it through from Sweetwater. When it came in, the strings were touching the frets. It was not good. like the setup. I sent a picture of the inspection card. I was like, hey, I'm not trying to get anyone in trouble, but like there were no strings that weren't buzzing on this instrument when I got it. And I was like, I changed the strings anyway. And because tapes are typically thicker and lower tension, it takes a different setup anyway. But yeah, so
Man, boy,
That's actually
it
yeah.
took
I
2
told
minutes for
you
y'all
this
to
could have
piss me
come to
off.
your. I told you this could have come to your house, and you said you weren't worried about it right now.
Right
Also,
now,
my
yeah, but I
webcam's-
didn't know. I thought it was a thing where it was like, I have this bass, I don't want to get the other one, and then you got this hookup, and then, I didn't know that you was gonna be like,
I told you it could have been there yesterday, and you said nah. So it didn't get there yesterday. It got here yesterday. I still got the box. You can see it in the background. I'll ship it to you. I don't care.
Oh my god, he's going hard. He's going hard on the mic.
Hold on, keep the mic muted for a second, Bully. I'm gonna be the first to say it. My first impressions of the Sire Z3 is that it's just overhyped.
Oh,
This
what
is
is
why he
going?
said keep it muted.
Yeah, that's why I said
What is
keep it
going
muted,
on?
bro.
We're already starting off hot on this live stream. We're not even like 10 minutes in.
I mean, here's the fun for me. Everyone knows like my affinity for headless and ultra lightweight. Bully, you're still muted, so we're just
this
reading
is funnier. This is funnier.
I know, but like this came in, and I love the color. My wife looks at it. She goes, "That's my second favorite one that you have," and I was like, "Oh, it's supposed to go to Bully at some point." So, like, there, but
I will not
you know,
elaborate.
I was like, I mean, if he doesn't get one on his own, then this one's gonna go to him. And I will say this: my original statement, yes, hello, my original statement on what I thought on the like coloration, the dark neck, the pink body, the pink headstock, and I thought that the pictures made it look like it was just plain maple. So I thought that looked super cheap. But this one has like a nice lighter roasting to it. It is pretty.
Does
Like
look
it's
nice.
not like it's not as nice as the natural one that Bully has with like there goes the light. My camera's built-in light keeps changing on its own. So I might get darker and lighter as the time goes. But like it's nice. I mean, again, I play everything in passive, and I play everything with like the same D'Addario tape wounds on it, and I play everything with the everything that can be set at noon. So they don't really sound too different when I play anything anyway. But I mean, I like it. It's definitely nicer than the Ray 34 that I had.
Are you ready to
I
come back
can
now,
tap
Bully?
back in for this one, baby. Let's fight it out. So, no. Do you say Ray 34 or do you say Z3?
Z3. Z3
But
for
say
me.
he got rid of his Ray 34 because he got the Z3.
Half true. I would have kept the Ray 34 that I bought off of Reverb from some guy, but they, with their lack of negligence of the base when they shipped it, they didn't put much care in the packaging, and it got like a really nasty ding. Otherwise, I would have kept it if it was packaged well and was not neglected during the shipping process. I would have kept both, quite honestly, because they both achieve the same sound, but different headstock design. You know what I'm saying? But I would keep both, honestly. But if I had to choose between the two, it would definitely be a Z3. Like if someone pointed a gun in my head, you got to pick one of these two. The Z3 for me.
And you'd said that you thought 3 was better than the 7, or just that the 3 was just better bang for your buck, like it wasn't worth the upgrade?
I would say it's better bang for the buck if you're not looking to really sculpt a lot in the tonal department, especially for the Z7 or Z3, I should say, because the Z7 electronics are a little bit more diverse, especially when you have 2 pickups you got to deal with. And again, both the Z3 and Z7, they have their own merits. But if you want something more, like let's say the Z7, then you're going to have to work more for it, meaning you're going to have to dial in a specific tone, specific sound for your needs. Z7 is, especially the mids department, like you also have like a mid and a mid sweep. I think to me, I would say it overcomplicates a lot, especially for people that are just only want to plug and play. The Z3 is good for that, especially if you just only want something that you just want straightforwardness. Like a
Well,
Z3
that's why
example.
you just pull out that bottom knob.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to worry about that.
Right, and you can do the same thing for the Z7 as well. The only difference is when in passive mode. Me personally, passive mode with the Z7, especially with the neck pickup solo, it sounds like ass. Like, I'm sorry to say that, but it just sounds like ass. I don't like it. I don't like how the Z7 sounds in passive, especially with the neck pickup solo. It just sounds like a weak jazz bass, like it's trying to become a jazz bass, but it's not. And yeah, that's something that I would have to say in my review for sure when I do have a working Z7 in my hands.
Now, I know Bully
That's funny that
had
you say that,
like
actually.
very positive views on the knobs. Were yours like his? Like they were really good locking in on the middle notch and all that?
Yeah, I would say so, but I've noticed with the mids, it kind of slips. Like it doesn't really get full centered right away. Like you kind of pass it accidentally and you're just like,
The one that I have that I just hung back up, both of the stacked knobs, the top knob catches and pulls the bottom one with it.
that's yours. Interesting. Yeah, a lot of mixed reviews on those knobs for sure. I know a guy from the Lobster Discord, Neep. He mentioned the same thing. He even replaced his knobs for John East knobs that you can buy individually from the John East website. So he ended up replacing those, and he likes them a lot better because they're a lot more sturdier. Although they do add a little bit of weight to the instrument, but I think adding a little bit of weight justifies the comfortability. And Bully is muted, unless
Yeah,
he
he's
intentionally.
muted, but he's pointing at us.
Yeah, I agree. Adding weight to the bottom end of the bass, especially if I have the strap, the CFG. This isn't a plug, but especially if I have the strap, it keeps everything in pocket. So these particular knobs, I don't have a catching problem, but they're weighted in the balance of the bass. I have a video I have to edit it. I'll probably edit it after this one. But me playing the songs, I was completely locked in. Like I didn't think about where anything was. I could have been in passive mode. I don't know, and I don't care. It sounded great to me, and I played that whole gig with the tapes on it. So my first gig with tapes, and I have to give it to you, OB. They feel pretty good. They're a little bit looser than I'm used to. I'm used to a higher tension, and the G string does slip easier. Don't take that, Floof. Just let it go.
I wasn't even thinking of anything.
Let go
I
of
was
Bully's
honestly
G string, Floof.
I don't have.
I didn't start it this time. He did. Anyway, yeah, dude. Like,
Just because Bully's G string's a little loose doesn't mean you need to hold on to it, Floof.
Hey, number one, Bully. I don't have a G string on.
You were just saying how it was loose. I'm just saying.
This isn't even my bass.
don't pretend your sentence with right now, Bully.
If Bully would quit playing with Proper's loose G string, we wouldn't have this conversation right now.
You raggedy bastard. All right, man. I'm gonna shut up, dog.
I couldn't find anything with Labella to see what the total tension was on that set. Because on like Diodario, you can pull up, they have like a tension calculator, and you can say, here's the like scale length, here's the string I'm using, and it'll tell you total tension. I wonder, like, because all I have it on is that multi-scale BTB that's 35.5 to 34, so I don't know. Because it's multi-scale, the tension would be slightly different. But I feel like the Labellas have lower tension than the Diodario, but I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I guess I could
everyone's
just compare.
tensions everyone's tension experience is different for sure. I know I'm the opposite with labellas. To me, they're very high in tension, especially the flat wounds, which is why they do create the low tension flat wounds, which I prefer a lot better. They also feel a little bit higher in tension with their round wounds because I've had experience with the RX nickels. I love them, I really do. They
Unless
did
it be
last
the
me.
bridge cables that come from Roto Sounds Factory.
Yeah, and
Both
they.
their flats and the rounds. You buy it, and you could probably hang up. You could probably like lift your house with them.
That's right. And by the way, I did post up a StreamYard link, so I do have requirements. Let's keep it civil. We do keep you live, and be ready to go live. And please change the battery out of your smoke alarm.
Who's causing double?
Oh, that I have to remove up. Okay, so let's do it again.
Okay.
Let's keep it civil. Be ready to go live, and please change the batteries out of your smoke alarm.
All right, real quick. I do. Oh, no, still echoing.
That's OB.
It's
All right,
OB.
hold up. We're gonna keep him off
Alright.
for a bit so he can get his settings adjusted.
So, for those of you who don't know, this is the Z3. It's like the little brother to the Z7. It looks like what I just showed you, and it sounds like this.
There we go. Oh no.
Oh,
Just give me the thumbs up when you're good. Okay, basis.
ah. Something like that, right? And I think it's a
Sounds
good
good.
bass. Yeah, it does. And that's
Sounds
it.
really crispy.
It was me. My AirPods connected to my phone, and it had this stream on, so it was
Yeah,
all
that
over.
happens.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with. Well, I have a couple of problems with it, but I don't have like a big overarching issue. I just think it's overhyped, dog. I think it's a good instrument. I think it's a good bass. I just think like people are thinking about this as the second coming of Jesus Christ and the Stingray kit. Nah, dude, it's like it's a good Stingray alternative, and that's
Just
about
make
it.
sure you play. Just make sure, Charlie G. Just make sure you play "Burning Down the House" by Talking Heads, and then we cool.
I think
But-
Floof,
I'm
like
interested-
to your point, I think it's because, we all saw it at NAMM at the beginning of the year and we expected it to be here in a few months, and then the pushback, all that instant gratification didn't happen. And then the whole
Yeah.
redesign of the headstock of, hey, we're going to do a 3-in-1, and no, we're going to do a 4. I think I wonder, I really wonder if there wasn't someone inside, like, hey, we're going to say we're going to do this. We're going to find a way to stall this so that when they come out, it's waiting list only.
No, God, that wouldn't make sense, man.
Why?
Because
Exclusivity
why
is
would
the
you
name
do
of the
that?
game.
Supply and demand. You
Yeah,
increase
exclusivity
you
is the
have
name of the
no
game.
supply, all the demand, and they should be getting in, and they'd have information. I mean, this is a conspiracy theory, 100%, but
It's,
they
it's
would
not.
have,
It's
they would
not.
have, they would have all
Fender
that
doesn't-
info. They would have all that information, like Sweetwater. Everybody who's got those orders in, they're going to see how many they have on wait. If they push it back a handful of times, they're going to know, hey, we've got 2,000 people waiting. We've got like 1,500 of them made already. If we just hold out,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
I
did
guess that makes
forget
sense.
to even.
Exclusivity.
Yeah.
It's basically the same gimmick Gibson did. Like they hinted at making the grabber for Epiphone, right? Then they made it, but they made it a year after they hinted at they're going to be going back and revisiting it in a more cost-effective mode, right? So whenever it happened, people scooped them up, and it wasn't like that, but it was close enough to make people want to get their chops in to mod it, to make it the thing that they kind of wanted. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very Fender Gibson. It's a very good chess move.
it's a big
It's a
business
ca-
thing all
it's
the
a
time.
castle. It's a castle. Basically, they
I
just
mean-
moved the friggin' king to the rook spot. They swap positions. It's really not that crazy to
It's
think
only
that
if
they
you
did
play
that.
by French rules, though, that you can actually do that.
Who's playing French people in chess?
I mean, I didn't say they were. I said by French rules. I didn't say you had to play someone French.
I didn't know that was a thing until you said it.
So there is one thing
I'm
I
black.
did
So,
there is one thing I did
They
forget
have
on my
black
last.
people in France, Bully. Just so you know.
Oh my
Nope.
gosh, we're going
they
there.
don't.
We're going
They
there.
don't.
To not
They
go
don't.
there.
I mean,
To not go
to be
there.
honest,
you
with
mean?
you,
Let's
one of
go.
the most one of the most incredible composers of the time of like Mozart and stuff was actually a black guy. Like, which is very rare for that time period. And they made
Why?
a movie about him. Because dead people are racist. That's all I
Yeah.
have to say. Like,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Every genre has been affected by black people. There's no genre
Yeah.
of music that black people haven't stuck their finger in. There's
yeah,
not
it's Chevalier
any.
de Saint George or Joseph Boulogne.
Polka. And that's the most obscure situation. Black people then took that polka and made it Zydeco swamp music. And now you got Zydeco. If you make it and people groove, black people gonna congregate and there's gonna be good food popping off and it's gonna be a good time.
When the food is good.
It's
you know
like
it's gonna pop.
Field of Dreams. If you
Yes, if you
groove
build it,
if you groove it, the black folk will come. That's how it works.
that's how it works, bro.
Because
And
they come
OB
and steal the groove and then make it
No,
better. And then we have to sit here and be like,
no,
hey,
no,
that was ours.
no.
Actually, quite the opposite. It's
Quite
actually
the opposite.
it's so
white
I meant
people
for the
trying to
groove.
fabricate the
Hold
groove.
on. This is actually a field that I've studied before. I've written multiple papers throughout my college tenure about the history of blues. And
Let's
jazz.
get it, man. I'll shut up.
Um,
Solo him.
Oh, so hold up. Gotta play Minnie the Moocher in the background.
No, you
So-
don't. Don't do that. Freaking
No,
placating
I'm-
bullshit.
I'm gonna give you like the absolute spark notes of what I was
Let's do
like
this.
the papers that I've fucking written on this topic. Basically, the truest form of American music was entirely off of the backs of black slaves.
Yes.
A lot like blues call and signature like call and response was just a slave song tradition.
The name
that was
blues.
brought
That's right.
into blues. The name blues comes from the woes of everybody that was actually living in those times. Blues turned into jazz, which was again a black art, and then white people came and ruined everything.
No. Because white people came and they sprinkled in their own little season. We didn't have
And that's how you got our
oregano, basil, and thyme, rosemary. We didn't have that. What we had was salt, pepper, okay, paprika, whatever we can scrounge from the grounds that we growing. We throw it in there. That if you think about the South, they couldn't grow all of these tropical, like not tropical, but like location-based seasonings, right? So whenever cats came over from Italy and they brought over all these random spices, we were like, what the hell is this and how you do that? Then they threw it there, Louisiana Purchase. Now we got gumbo popping off. Huh? That's how it happened. But
I mean, it was more along the lines about I mean, you know, guys like Elvis. Elvis was a guy.
Oh yeah. I love
Yeah,
him.
like his story was taking basically like the producer behind him was his entire goal was to take black music and give it to a white audience
And make it to white people.
and basically
so they can,
and
they
used
can, yeah.
Elvis as a medium to that. Yeah.
Yeah,
There are multiple
and
times
also
throughout
him-
history where music has been very much forcibly whitewashed, like Shaboom from the movie Cars. There is a white version from the Crew Cuts. It sounds so much worse. And the producer wanted to give like a black, like the guys who behind it were trying to make a black art into a white thing. Yeah, very interesting history.
Did you know that Betty Boop was based off of a black character?
Makes
That I
sense.
did not know.
Look it up. Also, Eartha Kitt did place some type of inspiration in it, creating the character itself. Jessica Rabbit, she got to be black. She got to be black. And I know it's a cartoon.
I thought
Yes,
she was a
okay.
cartoon. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying, but like the energy though. The energy
Man.
though.
Yeah, I mean,
I've never. Okay, so let's break it down. I've never ran across a white woman to move like she moved.
Are you giving her like an honorary?
She got to be black, and then Rock
Honorary.
Rabbit was a very black dude. He from the hood. He seen her. His tongue came out. It's kind
Yeah.
of like Jim
Roger-
Carrey in The Mask.
Roger
that type
Rabbit.
of
Roger
energy.
Rabbit's fucking hood, dude.
Yeah.
I would
What you
consider
mean?
Roger Rabbit a Pookie. Like he's the Pookie.
Or at least Bebe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on now.
Let's go back
you gotta-
to Jim Carrey. I want to. You were starting to say something about him in The Mask. What now?
Yes. Okay. So the energy that Jim Carrey had whenever he sing Homegirl singing at the Coca Cabana, and he turned into the Howlin' Wolf, which is also a black person from Chess Records. Another movie you should probably check out. That's very much so. If you got the juice, you got the juice. You know what it is. If you like the whole room goes black and all you can see is that person, she got the juice, baby. Oh man,
You got the juice now.
yeah.
You got the juice now.
Come on, son. Come on, son. Solo. You my huckleberry, baby. I dig it. You gave me a black one. I gave you a white one. All right.
But hey, man, I really did
boy.
love Eartha Kitt's performance in Boomerang. She was like best in that film.
So, believe it or not, either it's for my favorite performances from her is either Batman or Emperor's New Groove.
That's right.
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
That, like I love her dynamic in both of those. Like I never thought about. I was like, hey man, I'll take her down. She can tackle. Yeah. But like as Yzma, I would probably be Kronk. Like that's just my energy. I don't know. Wait, is that a P bass?
Oh wow.
Z7.
I'm surprised you called it P bass.
That's a Z7. Are you playing closer to the neck?
No, it's not even the Z7 either. That's
What
insane.
is that? What is
Yeah.
that?
That's a Squire Jazz.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's wow.
With the matching headstock.
It's so clean, dog. That's such a clean bass.
Hey, give me, yeah, just, hey, is that soloed?
Yeah. It's soloed with the tone. Let me see if it's rolled. It's rolled completely off.
I didn't hear any like 60 cycle hum, so I didn't know. I also have this fan on that's really loud.
Yeah, it sounds just like a bass.
Shut up, Obi.
Dude, Obi's got fucking great ears, dog.
I tell
I don't think
you.
there's anybody better.
Something like that.
Okay, so now that I'm listening
Something
to
like
it,
the best ears.
now
yes.
that I'm listening to it, it does sound a little bit weaker, but in a mix with other people, it could possibly pass.
It would pass
yeah.
for a bass in a mix, absolutely.
But like, of
Shit.
course, once you roll the
Obi.
tone up like full, you hear it.
Shut your ass up.
Which way is
There
it?
was bully.
You got to. Oh, you gonna flick me off, you rat bastard? That's what you gonna do? This how we are? You get on another podcast now. You don't know
you're
your
up on
boy.
the you're up on the turnbuckle, and I'm just gonna stand here with my 2 beers and smash them together, waiting for you to come flying
How the
down.
hell do you become? Why do I feel like I'm D'Lo Brown and you Stone Cold? I don't like this dynamic. Deep
Unfortunate.
cut. If you watch, if you know, you know. Anyway, go ahead.
I
Sorry.
have friends who would know
Interrupted.
that reference, but not me.
You don't know wrestling?
Nah, I never
Oh,
read
The
it.
come on.
best soap opera ever, bro.
Yeah, especially
really
the
is.
Attitude
One of the
Era.
longest running. Definitely the largest fan base.
Well,
Ain't nobody paying $80 to watch an episode of Days of Our Lives. I'm just saying. Most dedicated and probably the largest fan base.
I don't know, but I know way too many black women that will risk it all for Victor Newman. So you can say what you want to say. And that dude's like 80 something. He's like 90. He busts his sand at this point. Like I don't. It's what I don't know. I don't know what old people do. I'm not there yet, so I don't. In my head, that's what it was sounding like.
It was
Or
more just
whatever.
the fucking sentence of
It's like an hourglass.
So are the days of our lives.
You know, at that point, the kidney stones don't even matter anymore. So you're fine.
Anyway, I'll just not say anything anymore. My bad, man. I didn't took over this thing and I didn't mean to.
Glasses thingy.
I told Bully on one of the hangs, I keep telling my wife, instead of flying out for base house, I'm gonna have to drive so I can bring all of the bases to have everyone sign the things that I forgot or they forgot to sign.
All right.
I didn't think about it until it got here, and I was like, I didn't ask Sono to sign the damn thing.
Oh, yeah. Do you have it on you? I want to see it.
Oh, it's right there.
Go ahead and bring it out. And as you do, I'm going to read that comment from Shannon.
Mm-hmm.
Notice that I was checking out that Mark Hoppus bass signature.
Oh, the Sparkle?
Fender.
The Sparkle P one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it like a
Doing what
Jaguar
the good
type
Lord
feel?
intended.
I didn't know the scale length on it, but I feel like it has like a Rascal vibe.
I believe it does almost like that Rascal vibe. Of course, long scale. The P pickup is reversed though, and it only has a volume knob. Like that's it.
That's all you need.
You really,
Yeah, honestly,
you know?
yeah.
Whatever.
But the thing is, I'm pretty sure knowing Fender, they're gonna sell that for like around 15 to 1600. So I'm just
Probably.
kind of like,
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah.
Does it
it's
really?
interesting.
Yeah. So dig this.
It's like Apple. The more you take away from it, the more valuable that it is.
Yeah. The more it's
Don't need a headphone jack, don't need
it's a
physical
law
buttons.
Of, a law of the supply and demand. Like
Don't need a
this
speaker.
is what you
don't need a
want.
screen.
I'm not gonna give you that.
$8 million.
Yeah. Okay, so
Hey,
I have to ask you this question: the entry level Stingray, thoughts?
Ooh. Good
Oh,
The
question.
two?
Series, yes. Yeah.
Let's play
I haven't
right
been
now.
able to try one yet.
I was super interested when I heard that it was passive. And then all of the review videos I've seen have been like, this thing is not comfortable compared to a Ray 4. Like, I don't know if you guys saw Johnny's. Johnny did his review on it, and he was like, this,
Yeah.
because I guess over in the UK, he'd said it was like 50 quid different in price. Like, it's even it's closer than it is here. So he was like, for 50, like, no, like, there's no
It's not
point.
worth it, yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, and if you look on Musician's Friend, I checked. After I watched Johnny's, I went to look to see like, okay, how much is it here versus, the sub. And Musician's Friend had them on sale. Like though the Ray 2s I think are still 250, but they had the sub 4 for, I think they were on sale for 280.
Oh yeah,
So it was
$30
like
difference.
It's like $30 difference. Okay,
Yeah. It's
sure.
like, do you want one without or with a
Oh,
preamp?
that ain't worth. Yeah.
But here's the thing: if I buy it, I'm swapping that pickup immediately. Like I'm swapping the pickup immediately because all I really do for the bass that I have, the 5-string Stingray situation I have, like I gave away my 4-string, but my 5-string, I put in the Aguilar, and that's all I would do to this one.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
EMG.
Okay.
White.
Okay.
EMG?
Actually, idea, right?
EMG 4. It's
Um,
I think this is just for a 4, but it's the Music Man 4-string passive. So
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
So, here's my idea, right? Hear me out.
Okay. Go for it.
You buy a Ray 2, you take the pickups and the electronics out. You put a P-bass pickup in where it used to be, and you have the Fender prototype.
No, you don't. It's moved 2 inches to the
no, you
right.
add the P
No,
pickup
you
and
have
you get
the
a new
Fender,
passive idiot
You have
bass.
you have you have the Music Man prototype, except passive, so it's better.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I think
I
that's
like
cool.
how as soon as you said the
It's
passive's
cool.
better, my webcam turned the light back on from off, like it woke
Well,
up.
it's because your webcam knows what's up.
It knows passive's better. You don't need those decorative knobs. They're all producer knobs.
It's like, nah, you're doing
No,
too
they
much.
actually do something, but if you can get in your own head about it, super easy. and just do too much with the knobs. Like that, and that's not even my problem with the Z3. Oh, here we go. Here we go again.
OB, get him out of here.
All right, hold on.
Thank you.
Just wait until he fixes it. Just give me the
So-
thumbs up again.
My problem with the Z3
Ooh,
is
bring up Magnus Wingard. Go ahead. Your problem with the Z3?
I mean, my problem with the Z3 is it's just like, I mean, it's really good. It just, and to answer that question, if your budget allows you to buy all three, I'd still say buy a Z3, honestly. Like, it's just, like, I don't
Does the
care.
5-string come in a Z3?
Yeah.
But I
you
don't
can
need
use
that
Z3
because
five.
I have mine. What I need is something different. I need different things.
Like the Z3 preamp is good. The Z3 neck is good. Actually, I prefer it to my sub, neck wise. The pickup's good. I like the way everything interacts with each other. The strings are probably my favorite part. Actually, I actually really love those strings.
Oh yeah, they're about.
And like build quality's good. It's about what I expect from Sire, but considering like how long the wait was for us to get it here, and how much build up and how much hype it is, like. I got
Come
it, and the
on,
first day
man.
was like fantastic. The second day, I didn't care.
Honestly, it's valid. I mean, because
Like,
of course, once you
Like
get it,
I didn't care in a bad way, right? It's just like, all right, cool, it's there now.
no, I get it.
So
I
like,
get it.
again, it's far from bad. The review is actually going to be super positive, because I think it's a great instrument.
When you expect
also,
an
you
11
shouldn't
out
be-
of 10.
And
Yeah,
then
the
it
world
hits-
the
it
world
hits with an
outside of me.
8.5. Yeah, you
Yeah,
expect 11,
exactly.
it hits an 8.5, and you're kind of like, I mean,
I would
I
say an A
lost-
flat, but
I
yes.
lost two
I'll
and a
give it an A
half
flat.
out of 10 on this.
right? And that math don't even math. Did you bring in another camera so I can look at your bass?
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, if you're gonna do it, take Magnus out the damn picture, and also Floof answer Magnus's question.
Yeah, still answer it.
Oh, I already answered it. I'd say
Z3.
Z3 anyways.
Z3. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
I think it's the best value for money, period. I think it's a better Ray 24. I think it's what the Ray 24 should have been. But the body's really blocky. The body's pretty uncomfortable, actually. The lower horn's way too short, and the thing neck dives like the Titanic. But outside of those things, like the actual playing experience of the instrument, and when you're actually playing, is good. It's a good bass. You pay $450. I expect a good bass. I got one. It's not like mid or anything. Like you guys are saying, it's an 8. It's an 8 out of 10. It's just an 8 out of 10 I don't care about.
Now, if only
Which is
it didn't
really
have a
wild.
headstock.
Nobody's
balance
gonna,
better.
Nobody's gonna. You can do that, but nobody cares like you do.
I
Nobody
could.
cares like
I
you.
very well could. I
You
have all
very
the
well
stuff here to
could.
cut that headstock off.
Yeah, you
It
could.
would be a
And
pain to
you know
put
what?
those new tuning bridge pieces, though.
I invite you to do all of that. Separate bridge pieces, line it up, get it OB spec. And you can call it the OB1 Kenobi or
And
whatever.
then send it to you because it's the
No.
pink one that I'm talking about.
Don't you cut that goddamn.
You just
Don't
told
you-
me.
Don't
you
you
just
fucking cut
told
that
me.
bass.
You just told me.
OB. Don't you? Oh, you. But it's a headstock matching. You just want to rise out of me. That's what you want. You want me to emotionally react, and I'm not going
Some
to give you
men
that.
just want to watch the world burn.
I'm bigger than that.
I'm not gonna cut the headstock off of it. I did that to a Schecter though. That was a fun little project.
I have to go back into Warren G to calm my nerves because you just put me in a space I didn't want to be in. Turn the tone off.
Ooh, that's a good question. because you can barely hear the difference when the tone's off. Well, I mean, you can, but it just takes forever for you to get there.
Move your hand.
What are you
Move
talking
your
about?
hand closer to the neck.
Oh, closer to the neck, right here.
Yeah.
Like right here.
Yeah. Yeah. Go back to where it's comfortable.
Right here.
That does sound the same. And the tone's all the way off.
Yep.
I almost would want to have that mellow. Like I would almost want to have like flats on it.
And that's pretty much what I was gonna wrap up with my review. Quite honestly, like this to me is more of a bass that I would much appreciate playing with strictly flats only. But that's
Put some
because
tapes
Or
on it.
tapes. Or
that
tapes.
too.
Or
And
tapes.
the reason for that is because I did go really deep into
Obi,
the
you
electronics.
That's Bully's sudden interest in
You
tapes, dude. It's so funny.
Did you watch
I said it.
Did you
I
watch
said
that
it.
bass hang? The evolution of Bully's disgust from feel to these are wonderful. It's great.
This is fucking
He
great.
touched it, and
sounds
it was
so
like
good.
it was like he had grabbed a hold of some kind of creature he couldn't identify. It was awful looking. He looked like he hated the whole experience, and then after he starts playing with it, he's like, "Oh, wait a minute, these are okay." And then it ends with these. I hate you. I gotta buy more strings now. I hate you.
Yeah, it's that.
I got
energy.
bad news. SIT says they are not ever going to make tapes, so it's very sad.
Yikes! I thought they
I
did
asked-
make
Really?
tapes before.
Damn.
I know they. I was messaging them like crazy, asking did they have any after you guys were all talking about how awesome their strings were. I was like, except for the one set of Labellas, I only have Diodario tapes. And I was like, you know what? Everyone says SIT. I send them a message. I don't see tapes on your website. You guys got tapes? No, we will not. Like, okay.
Okay, so I feel like this is I need to record this video. I need to record. I guess I could take these off and then put these back on because I know these
Oh,
feel
I should
good.
tell you. I should tell you about something else I did. I'll let you finish.
So I was sent 2 sets of tape wound strings from OB, and one was is it Diodario or
Those on there are the Labellas, and then you also have the
Labellas.
Diodario
And then I have
ETV
Diodarios that
92s.
they're in the other room. So I hypothesized making a video comparing the original to the first to the Diodarios. Have you ever played Labella tapes, Obi?
I have both
And-
right over there.
And you prefer Diodarios?
So it's not one that I can say what I prefer. The Diodarios I like more that I'll order them on everything. I only got the Labellas because I wanted to try out them for one, and two because of the color, because all the Diodarios come in as the black. But the ones that I put on my
Yeah, these are
Pearl,
kind of white.
yeah, the ones that are on my Pearl BTB are a white gold, and that's because I figured that'd look a lot better with the gold hardware than the black or the anything else. But the Labellas, like I said, I have a video eventually that'll come. I don't know when. I have videos locked in until like November 13th. But yeah, I record like 3 or 4 in a day and then just set them every Wednesday.
Man, you're
But-
lucky. I can't. Like I try, but I mean it's a
It's
whole
the
different
one day-
process.
Well, I have like 3 hours in a week that I don't have anyone else here at the house, and it's just me. So, but no, the Labellas are like they're smooth. The way I described in the video, I think, is that they're smooth as in they feel like a super thick fishing line. They're smooth like glass, whereas Diodarios are smooth like a soft, almost a soft like fabric. Like that's the best way I can analogize them. But like, do I prefer one or the other? I prefer the feel of the Diodarios better. Because the whole reason I went to flats and then tapes is because the like smoothness, softness of the string more than anything else. I play around and I feel like I might as well be playing with barbed wire. Like it's all I have is tape, so everything's smooth and soft, not rough.
You mentioned barbed wire, so we're talking roto sounds.
We're talking anything.
No.
that isn't flat.
Roto sounds are comfortable. It's just that they have the tension stronger than the will of God. Like,
And it's crazy to think that those were the go-to strings back in the 60s, because those are like the only round wound strings at the time. So I can
they were the
imagine
first.
the necks of those basses just kind of like holding for dear life throughout those times.
Well, that's when the necks
yeah,
were
they
like,
probably gonna
12
fucking
inches
collapse.
thick too. They were a baseball bat.
That's
It's
true. Yeah, most of them were all like baseball neck profiles.
They had to hold up to the roto sounds. They couldn't file those things down.
Yeah,
For real.
I can't imagine a 7 1/4 inch or neck radius with those roto sounds, but they make it happen.
Yep.
I'm sorry I fell into a world there. Hello.
No, bass does
Now,
that.
Floof,
That's the point.
Floof, you don't have like a vintage set of roto sound rounds around, do you? Like you have the ancient set of other strings. You just look for some 1960s roto sounds somewhere around, put them on like an Ibanez, and watch the neck explode.
Do I want to do this? Do I want to swap strings on cam?
Do it.
I mean,
I'ma
you
answer-
did it on your live to those strings. So.
Do it, and I'll answer questions. Oh, before you do that, Bully, there is a question for you from Shannon. This is a good question too. Are you going to keep the Z7?
No, this isn't mine. This is Prosper's. Proper's.
Oh, no way.
proper.
No, he's gonna get this pink one hanging on my wall.
You lie.
Oh, what the hell?
No.
We came in civil,
no.
and this guy chooses violence. I don't
No.
like this.
I chose violence by saying I was going to send someone a base.
Nope. Okay, here's the thing.
Tough.
At some point, this is going to somebody. Or you just bought me a base. I don't know what's going on. The one I want
It's going
is
to
the one
Proper.
that you have. Yeah.
And
so the
it
one
can
I
get
want
sent to
is the
you
one
at
got.
any time.
Shoot. So
And it's already got
I'm in,
the Diodario tapes, and it's set up with like 30 seconds of clearance on all the strings with the setup already.
So I'm in talks with the company for, like they said, I'm on the list to get demo stuff. So I don't want to buy it, and then they want me to, like, that's them getting free bread. And this is kind of what I do for fun. But also, if I can get $200-300 off of views, then why wouldn't I want to get that? I've already played it, so I already know I like it. Now it's just, I want this specific one. Do the thing. I want this one in his flavor that he has over there. And then I want the F10. I want that Fodera. And yes, I did.
October
pause upon
13th.
Bet. Okay, so I'm
Speaking
going to go
of
and get
that-
these other strings. Go ahead and drop me out, Sono.
All right. And as Bully is dropped out, we have Bass Cliff Connoisseur. Let's give him a round of applause. Showing off some beautiful basses. This is beautiful. How many basses do we have here on this Bass Cliff? Yeah.
Not enough.
How many basses are we looking at here?
You'll have to bear with me. I'm just on my phone.
Oh no, you're good.
You're all
Yeah,
good.
phone quality too. It's like it's a pain. I've been there before. It sucks.
What was your question?
How many bases were shown off earlier off screen?
Sorry about that.
Oh,
We just had new internet put in here, and so
Got it.
just yesterday. Anyways, how many bases? What?
How many bases were you showing off just earlier off screen?
This camera thing's new to me too. These are the Ray 24 and the Ray 34.
Oh, sick.
Sorry. And looks like Magnus is in the chat. He's liking these Ray 34 vintage birds. That's probably for sale. And of course, I cut the pick guard and the control plate. Got
Oh,
the
so you made it matched.
yeah, and the
That looks
tiger
nice.
eye knobs. Thank you very much. Ray 24, white Alnico pickup, and of course, put the mint green pearl, and so on and so on. This pickup is a monster.
Is it a stock or aftermarket?
It's an aftermarket, but it's just from Guitar Madness. I think I got it for like $36, and holy crap, it's Alnico 5.
Oh, sick. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna get more punch out of those.
Yeah, and it's a 4-wire. So what I'm gonna end up doing is putting probably a switch or either push pulls to make it series parallel. And I also have another white one I'm thinking about putting right about here, not way up here, but maybe somewhere in here. And you lose me?
Yeah. Now all you need.
Sorry about that. So
It's all good.
go ahead.
I was gonna say now all you need to complete that collection is either a Z3 or a Z7.
Or
Yeah, I was
both.
thinking about that. Definitely the rose gold D3 5-string would be on my radar. I don't think I need the extra pickup, and
You'll
know,
just
all
add
the
it
EQ
yourself
on that.
anyway.
I just kind of like the simple Music Man design. What's that?
No, yeah,
I said you'll
absolutely.
just add your second pickup yourself anyway.
Sorry.
It's all good. We'll
But-
bear with you here.
Travis. Why I'm trying to hold it closer to the router. Got the V5 here.
Oh, nice.
And of course,
Is that-
you know, at the time I couldn't find anybody that, you know, cut sire pick guards. So I always have a blank. I got everywhere and pieces off of this one that I can't use, but for that one too is pretty hot. Yeah, these I've cut the pick guards and stuff like that. This one might get a Music Man pickup right here. Right in the middle. And it's go passive volume, tone. But let's see.
Nah, I got the nice workbench
Probably
going
sitting
on
right
here.
Oh yeah, it's like sitting right next to me here. So anyways, about somewhere in something like that.
Okay, I see.
It's-
Nice. Heck yeah.
It's
I like that.
Oh, what's his name? There's a
Sick.
Japanese signature that.
Yeah, I think his name is
that's the
Gino
thing.
or something.
Yeah.
So for it to be like at the Stingray position, I could get it really close to that bridge pickup, and it'd be closer to where an actual Stingray is, but not really going for that so much. But instead of making this one active, I'm thinking if I put this humbucker in there, it's an Alnico 5 as well, and it's a 4-wire. I could also make that parallel series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what would be really cool too, to like get really spicy, you could even like split the coils to have it like front or rear, so that you can only
Yeah.
have the front rear active or the rear. So that's really cool.
Is that going to come through? Maybe not.
Hmm.
The flame
Oh,
on this
yeah.
5. Oh, it's really not showing up. It's hard, but it's just they feel amazing. And this is the one I was thinking about going jazz pickups in. but I have 3 Cream P pickups I can put it in too, so I can never leave well enough alone. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I agree. I try hard not to mod a whole lot because I start getting into this endless rabbit hole, and then there goes my productivity. And then you probably hardly see me making videos because I'm just so deep into the mods.
How awesome can I make this several $100 base if I put several $1,000s worth of mods onto it and
Like-
make it worth hundreds of dollars?
Like for
You
me,
can make it worth tens of dollars with all my $1,000 mods.
like I
It's
feel
like
that way.
Harley Benton.
Like I feel that way with the Raid 2 currently. Like there's already ideas I have in mind for the mod works. Like I actually want to switch out the tone pot because it's a linear tone pot instead of an audio tone pot. So I want to do that where I just have an audio tone pot instead of linear, and then potentially upgrade the pickups. But I don't know yet. I still need to break out of the quote unquote honeymoon phase of the Raid 2 before I start to like really go deep in it. So kind of like what I did with the Z3, where I kind of took some time, made sure maybe if it was good or not before I rushed into it, because I was close to rushing into the video of the Z3, but I was like, nah, let me give it some time. Let me break it in a little bit and then see whether or not my mind has changed or my feelings have changed about that instrument. But so far, it
Let the
hasn't
honeymoon
changed.
phase end.
Yeah, pretty much. Let it just kind of break in a little, make sure that I got everything right before I start leading out misinformation, which I accidentally did with the string spacing on the Z3. It's actually 19 millimeters instead of 18 millimeters. So I shout out to Lobster for pointing that out to me through DMs on the Discord. I was all like, oh, I usually measure it this way. But then she was all like, yeah, if you usually, yeah, just a little
That
off.
makes it. It really does.
It does.
Really does.
Yeah.
So you were mentioning audio pots and linear taper. So this one, usually jazz basses are wired with audio taper pots.
Correct.
And a lot of times you'll see they're wired like volume will be linear, and hopefully the volume is audio. But if you look at the description of an audio pot, it says like that it's a more linear sweep, which completely confuses a lot of people, and even me at first, that I thought a linear taper was the way to go. And actually the audio pot for the tone is what you want. So you can have a full range of that sweep. So yeah, that linear where it just cuts off at like 10% or whatever is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know
I put an audio taper here with an orange drop 47, and I think that's also an audio. I mean, I know it's an audio taper, but like again, if you hear the description of an audio taper pot, a lot of the descriptions will state that it has a more linear sweep, but then a linear taper pot or logarithmic has that like only 10, 15, 20% useful bit at the end.
Yeah.
Like for instance, so on the V5, it's got new pots in it and orange drop in it as well. It's got 1/4 inch solid shaft pots, and but these are all linear. I really don't like that so much. Although most of the time on a jazz bass, I'm kind of rolling open full both pickups. But if I'm soloing the bridge pickup, I'm pulling that tone back. I want that kind of burp mid-range, that punch from it. So these are going to go back to audio taper all the way. But I definitely agree there. I like the audio taper for a tone pot for sure.
Yeah, because this was my first experience with a linear tone pot for the Raid 2. I don't think I've ever, in my years of bass playing, came across a linear tone pot until this Raid 2. And yeah, I noticed something very different, which I wasn't really a huge fan on, because it's like I'm not really getting much out of the tone. It's just kind of like an on and off type switch. And you're not really getting much versatility from a tone pot like you would get from your typical Fender lineup or even any other bass that uses 2 audio pots. And I do want to explain that in my Raid 2 video without sounding too rabbit hole-ish. So that's kind of like one thing that I'm trying to figure out post script when I make a video of the Ray 2 and not have to go all crazy like that one clip from Sunny in Philadelphia where the guy's like with the freaking like poster board of like a bunch of like, papers. I'm trying not to do too much of that. But yeah, I'm still working on how to present that without it sounding too deep. But in a short explanation and a reference of a video kind of helps with that. But yeah,
Trust me,
not a
guys,
huge
I
fan.
researched everything.
Pretty much. Oh,
If you're
thank
ready
you.
for the difference between the tone pots, look for video 2. It's 8 hours long.
Pretty much. Thank you for the super sticker, JP.
So
And,
Shannon was giving
Hell
Bell
yeah,
saying,
dude.
What was going on?
Shannon was texting me or via Instagram and saying I should get on the live stream. And then she goes, do it now. Okay, let me
Yes.
get on. But yeah, she got that Ray 34 recently, and I was like, oh, the sparkle. It was funny. The day before she got that one, she was looking at just a Ray 4 sub series, but a double buck, and it was on sale for like super cheap. I can't remember, like I want to say $269 or something like.
Yeah, they've gone that low before. I've seen on Guitar Center.
We're just kind of on it or whatever, but that's a damn good price. Then they ended up going back the next day and they had that sparkle green Ray 34. Of course, that's like $900. And so, whoa. So we were on the phone for hours that night. She was having a good old time, with it and stuff. But then to find the tuners were shit, my tuners were shit on my Ray 34 as well. But my Ray 24, they're smooth as silk. And I think I have a
That's
theory.
what happened.
That's
what happened with my Ray 34 too.
Yeah, really. It seems to be on
they
the
all
Ray
stripped out.
Yeah, there's that guy with the
any of them it seems to be any of them with the black finish.
Yeah, I don't know if they're definitely not anodized. I don't know how they're getting the black coating on there, but it's that video too.
A bunch of RIT dye in the die cast.
Yeah, something like that. That guy with the Ray 34, that purple sparkle one, and he talked about his issues. So I've seen people with this roasted maple neck, put Hipshot lightweight tuners in, but they go to pop out the ferrules or whatever, and they crack their neck. Like one guy split it from the E string tuner all the way down towards the nut. It cracked it. So yeah, I was like, I know. I replaced my tuners on the Ray 34 with some from Amazon. They're the Kai-ish or okay-ish. I remember it's like they're okay-ish. They're $28, but they're
endorsed,
still
officially licensed.
Yeah, that's how I remember. But they're cheaper, or less expensive, but they're really smooth. And I was looking for ones where I didn't want to bust out the. Am I saying that right? Not the ferrules, but the round part that you really don't need to change if it's a tuner bit. But
yeah, I don't know what they call them, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
it would. I mean, it should be a ferrule, but because it's a hard tubing to encapsulate.
Yeah. So apparently this one guy popped that out to put in the Hipshot lightweight tuners, which have the different size.
Mm-hmm.
String, and he ended up cracking the whole headstock off the face. So I looked for ones that were kind of inexpensive, but also were decent. And I tried to match the screw holes. So 2 of the 4 matched, and I had to just kind of barely drill out and put another screw hole. But now that they're on there, you can't see the back of it. Here, I'll pick it up.
Let's say on mine, when I went to tune it, all I did was go to tune it, and I just started seeing metal shavings coming out. I swapped mine out for Hipshot ultralights. Of course, they're 1 screw as opposed to 4, so it didn't look the best, but it worked, which was a plus.
So with Shannon's, it was right here at the gear, and then Andy sending me pictures, and the actual gear was smaller. It didn't fit that worm gear at all. And
yeah, I think she posted it on Instagram.
Yeah, and so, but she had a problem with her D-tuner, and that's funny. Ironically, it was only my D-tuner as well. But I still went ahead and replaced all 4 of them. And again, 2 of the 4 screws matched, and the other 2 I had to just barely but they're covered up and you can't see any of the hole. But that guy who put those ultralights on there, it split from way down towards. Sorry, it split right down there when he popped out that
Yeah.
barrel. So it's like, yeah, that's kind of critical. Plus, it's a brand new base. You know, like Shannon got her new base, $500, and she had to deal with that. At least they were cool and got her, you know, set up. I also don't like string trees. I don't like the ones where the strings have to go through the groove. So I always replace with, are they Dunlop or no? Goto tall string trees. So they're not so close to the, you know, they don't have to be bent down that far. And now they're super slippery and they right up. So those are little things I always change. They always get Dunlop strap lock and stuff like that. But
yeah. Now this is a question for you, BC. Magnus is thinking of buying the Ray 34 vintage Sunburst finish. Does it have any specific problems?
No, this one's a beast. Now I also burnished the fretboard a little bit to bring a little shine to it.
Okay.
You can see, but there we go, just a little bit. But it's got super low action and it plays nice. I mean, I don't really want to get rid of it, but
no, yeah,
but
don't do the things. Oh, that's nice.
Damn.
I mean, it's just so buttery too. Yeah, it's nice, but the pickup. Oh, and this is another thing too. The pickup was like super loose, so I've got new foam in it and springs underneath each one too. I like a nice pickup. Like when you adjust it, I want the pickup to do its thing. You know, either up or down.
Yeah, and that's something I need to do more often because I was never a believer of springs. I've always thought they were tacky, but as of recent, I'm all like, no, the springs is needed, and I can understand the appeal of springs. And I'm like, I need to like look into buying some like spare springs from Amazon if they have like a bundle of them, just so I can like use them in every single base I have.
Yep.
Buy 100 pack of assorted springs so you can just upgrade all.
Pretty much, because I think most of my bases I have, they're all just foams. There's no springs underneath them. It's just foam.
Yeah, the foam I think really helps, especially with a P base when you need to get the angle of the pickups just right.
And I love
also
that.
You want them to sit square and not all goofy. And so that's where the foam helps. And I'll even pad up the other side a little bit more, so it has that natural when you sink them down, they're at the string radius. But I don't. If you do the springs without foam, when you adjust them, they're like more audio. You can hear the cling and clang from them, and they do feel cheaper. So with foam and the springs, the pickup always feels pretty solid to me.
No, there's definitely a difference for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. Didn't I have tapes on a fretless once in a video? I did. Well, not in a video for tape wounds, but I did have, or I used to own the Ibanez SRH, the 4-string hollow body fretless semi-hollow, similar to the recent video that Lobster put out of the SRD base. Similar, but yeah, tapes. I would say tapes on that base was magnificent. If I had the base, or if I were to review that base that Lobster reviewed, I would definitely put tape wounds on it and just be like, yeah, this is a whole nother vibe that you can express with the new SRD from Ibanez.
Is there a
I'm gonna head out, y'all.
tape you prefer?
All right, Floof. Have a good night.
Have a good night, everybody. Peace.
Thank
By
you.
the way, and everybody on the OB and Mr. Bully the Kid. Something like that.
Yeah. I think he's making sure his tuning of the new strings he's installing are intact.
But with this one, and again, I had the extra material. I thought, why not do the Johnny Lee Long style and do the extra deal? But that's kind of always been my thing on jazz basses too. Thank you. But also, if I sell it, it would come with the black pick guard still has the plastic on it, the original black pick guard. and I would put the plate in and the original chrome knobs too, which are sitting right over here somewhere. But I don't know. What do they list for retail? Like $879 or something like that.
The Ray 34s, I believe so.
And it's like it's still
Yeah, if
brand
it's
new.
not the, as long as it's not like the purple sparkle or the burl, those are I think $980.
Right. Or Shannon's was as well, that really nice green sparkle. But it's like,
Yeah.
when I saw it, I like the burst on it too, but I just, if I go to the Stingray, I'm going to grab probably the Ray 24.
I know when I had, because I had a Ray 4, a 24, a 34, all hanging on the wall at the same time. And anytime I went to play, I grabbed the 24 before I grabbed the 34. Also, my
Yeah.
34 was a boat anchor.
Yeah.
I swear that 34,
Oh, yeah.
that 34 I had the blue burl top, and I swear that thing weighed 10 pounds. And it was like, this is a Stingray.
Another guy who had that blue burl, they had the tuner issues too, and like part of the burl on the headstock was just delaminating and chipping away. It's like, holy cow! And you can see where he popped the ferrules out too to replace them. And it's like, man, don't replace them if you don't have to, right? But
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, with mine, I ended up, well, because what I got was I got the ultralights, but I didn't realize what size the cavity was. So I ended up ordering, I think I got like the 3/8 instead of the 3/4 or whatever. There's two different sizes of ultralight, and I ended up getting the smaller one. So I
Right.
ended up having to change the ferrules. Mine didn't. It had like a slight little chip that came out of the back, but it was luckily light enough that just a little bit of tight bond and a clamp, it looked perfectly fine. But I swapped it to the ultralights. And kudos. I know Shannon got hers at a Guitar Center. I ordered mine with the lady I always order stuff from, Carol at Musician's Friend, extension 2450, if anyone wants her. But I got.
I'm not in
Let's say
Indiana
I
now,
went
but
through Musician's Friend, and when I called and told her, I was like, so I got this thing in. First of all, I don't know
now
if have you guys,
right? Your neck was roasted
Mhm.
maple trap, right?
Yeah.
They're dry and brittle, so yeah, you're lucky just
Well, and I
getting
don't
out
know
that
if you
window.
guys have seen. I don't know if you guys have seen the Burls in person. Like their picture, like Sono, if you wanted, pull up a freaking picture of them because they make it look like holy crap. Look at the Burl in this thing. I got mine. I could not see any bit of that graining unless I held it in natural light. Like under
Yeah.
this light, under
Yep.
fluorescent,
I believe
nothing.
you.
I opened my curtains and I was like, oh, holy crap, it's not just blue. Okay.
You're like, oh
Like
yeah,
I
it's
thought
not just
somehow
that
I'd
blue.
gotten one that was like a dark blue burst, and it was like just a mess up. And then I saw it in natural light. I was like, oh, hey, how about that? I didn't get ripped off. But
It's like
I
this
ended up
one.
calling and talking.
Look at how dark that
Is that
looks
a-
right there.
Is that a burl?
But it's a beautiful two-piece ash, transparent blue, but it's hard to see.
That's flame though.
Let's see where.
That one's a flame finish though, not the burl.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
but the burl, like I couldn't see a bit of it. It was awful. And I called and told her, and she was like, well, I'm sorry about the finish. And then I called her the next day like, hey, I went after I changed the strings, and I have about 6 ounces worth of metal shavings and some cool washers instead of gears. So, and they ended up making it right. We looked up what a set of Hipshot ultralights was going for, and they gave me like 3/4 the cost of it. So I couldn't complain. Oh, did
I
that
like
even
that
do
one.
the, oh, HH.
I almost got that one. That amber colored poplar. But yeah, when the picture of this bass was taken in the light, it's hard to see, but again, it's got a beautiful two-piece ash body.
Yeah, okay. See it.
Kind of see it. Yeah.
There we go. There's some.
Yeah.
But otherwise it looks kind of dark.
Yeah.
Looks like just dark blue. But in the pictures or outside, I've got pictures on Instagram too, where Oh, sorry. But otherwise, I was thinking about either taking this whole finish off or whatever. But we're always thinking about messing with our bases a little bit. This is the one with the push. So
Oh, that's
sorry,
nice.
got the push.
That's cool.
I should have wired them to where parallel was down all the time, but parallel's up. Sorry.
What you think of the Diodarios, Bully? Better than the Labella?
He's like, yeah. Honestly,
So
my same reaction.
All right, so what's up? Can y'all hear me?
Oh yeah.
That's right.
All right, number one, that's a sexy bass. If it was black, I would think that's fire as hell. The fact that it's blue, I think it's cooler than it being black. But yeah, you're right. Other than some hue, I can't tell that that's not just black. Well, kinda. Just depends on how you hold it.
Yeah.
Which is also kind of cool. But if it was black
When
and you
it's
got
intended.
that pick guard, that's the same pick guard I had on the Sterling joint that I gave away to my uncle. Yeah, that's the same type of energy. Like I like that.
It's hard to see. It's got beautiful blue and pink in it and stuff, but it's hard to see in most lights. But
It's like
on
a
my
crazy abalone almost.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
got gold, green, pink, blue. The lighter's not good. I need my flashlight, but it's not close by. Trying to hold this light just right.
It kind of reminds me of Thunder. Like I got a bass that's like that, but it's an SX bass.
So,
I
anyways,
have white pickup guards, but yeah.
these
the
might be
block
going
in.
to 2.5, and then I've got some white pickups to go in this. I don't know. I'm always doing stuff. But yeah, this one, it looks great, but it's hard to tell. Most of the time it's hard to tell that it's got that beautiful ash wood grain, and it's hard to see through it. But on my Instagram, you can see it. It's wow, and the maple's got this flame to it, like holy crap.
I didn't even notice that block
Yeah.
inlay until you got it close.
That's nice. I love
Right,
block.
yeah,
like-
that's
I
why
like
I said
that.
it.
I like
Looks
that
like
white
Thunder.
on maple.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I can move it around a little bit. Oh, there we go. A little dark, a little light. But when you
There
get
you
that
go.
just
Little tiger stripe there.
real flaming across it this way, yeah, it's beautiful. But this
That's a nice looking bass. What type of bass platform is that?
This was the SX bass. You guys
SX.
remember?
SX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Yeah. I got one.
On the website, it popped, right? But here, not so much. The only
Yeah.
thing SX is left on it is, guess what? Just the body.
Yeah.
New pick guard, new, and all these are cut for blank. Bridge, pickups, neck, everything. Even my logo, I cut by hand with a gold leaf, and then I just glued on lazy.
That's really cool. Makes it you. That's what I like about that.
Yeah, it's my William last name. It's supposed to be a W or whatever. Then I've got I got a total of 3 SX bases. That the only thing that's left is the bodies, and these are the smaller bodies, like the regular Fender style bodies, as opposed to those SX bases that had the kind of like a glary like body, it was kind of big. And yep, there it is, Bully. That's it.
That's
Same
awesome.
energy. This is the SX. This is the SX
Same
bass.
thing.
Heck yeah.
That's the same thing I got going on right here. That's the same body.
Yeah, it is. This is a very solid bass. I don't know why I have it in my graveyard, but it's a very solid situation. So I have in mine, I have an audio preamp, and I got the Bass Mods Fatties in it.
That's what I noticed. There we go. There's some colors. That's what I noticed was those bass mods in there. So when the colors are just on this big guard, it just goes boom with the blues and the pinks and of course the green, the gold with all the gold hardware and shit.
So
But,
my fretboard doesn't have all the sexy you have, but it does get a little spicy around the back end.
Oh yeah. Oh, and
Yeah,
it's got that headstock style is the older style.
Yeah, I caught mine before they changed it. So, yeah, I need to bring this back. I need to bring it back. This
should.
this is a bad one. She fine.
But
4 screws and a set of strings, and you're good to go.
Yeah,
the
man.
bodies on it
It's
were really nice because they were so not generic looking and not too big on the hole, not too fat in the wrong place. They actually
Yeah.
looked just like a Fender thing. And so I've got this
Yeah.
one and that baby blue one, which is kind of the dinky body, if you will. And
Uh-huh.
the only time I did an eBay online deal auction, and I actually won it. I couldn't believe it. So I got excited. Like, holy crap! I just got for $125. I got this SX with the 3-tone sunburst, and it's got a one-piece ash body. And you can drain through it in one piece. I was blown away by that, first of all. And I got different neck on it than Barlow. It's about to be my fretless neck on it, but it's just an incredible, body out there. Except that's the only thing that's left on the SX is just the body itself. Really an SX spacing? I don't know. Probably.
Let me see the headstock.
Let me get.
I think his headstock is different than mine is. Move it down.
Yeah, he said it's not the
Yeah.
original.
Yeah.
Now, this one came with the start point here, and then it came around, and it had that real funky hook. Right off here.
Sono, I can't hear what he's saying because you playing.
Oh, my bad. I thought I was muted. Sorry.
This is Sono's podcast. He can override whoever he wants.
No,
That's
I
true.
apologize. That is very very
Uh-oh.
rude of me.
There goes Bully's webcam again.
Oh no!
Let me grab this one. It kind of looks like a Sadowski in a way. The camera angle looks funny on it. But
Nice.
again,
So
all I
you need to get that. You need to get
I took
that
the
buzzard
carpet off here.
headstock on there.
The what? Headstock?
The buzzard, John Entwistle's buzzard.
It looks funnier in the camera than it does actually in person, kind of like Sire headstock. I love the Sire headstocks now that I got those two. Well, I'm grabbing this other one here.
That's what I tell everybody about me. I look funnier on camera than I really do in life, but it's a lie.
Same thing here. So this one is just cut from a pick guard, and then I was gonna inset them, and then I got lazy, and then I said screw it, so I just put some screws in there and filled it in with white paint. But that's just sitting there whittling my little logo out with a knife and pick guard material.
I was
Again,
about to ask how you cut them.
I get it close, and then I sit there and just kind of whittle it away. I'm a flooring contractor, so I'm good with my hands and blades and stuff. But again, with the Goto tall tuners, because I don't like my strings to be too squished down because they're harder to.
Yeah.
But this one too, different neck, beautiful rosewood neck with the the fake pearl inlays, but they're still nice looking. And then the EMDs, and I just put these knobs on, but it had the pearl ones that are now on the Stingray.
Nice.
Those
Make it the
EMGs.
aesthetic look.
Yeah, EMG X's, and they're pretty groovy. This is a good slapper. And these have old Roto Sound strings on them. There, Sono, you don't like Rotos?
200.
I would say
250
Rotos
pounds
sound.
of torque per screen.
I say Rotos sound good in specific instruments. I think I had Rotos in my Antigua bass, and they sounded pretty good. But I right now experimenting with the Pro Steels from Diodario, and I like those too.
Those
If you
are
want
stainless
more of those, let me know.
Yeah, those are stainless steels.
Pro Steels, hence the name. So Kinga Glick or Gilk, whatever, she plays these, and they had the blue, so I had to get the blue to match the blue bass, of course, because that's how we roll. But I actually like them too. These are pretty old strings, probably a good 3 years old at this point. And when it's plugged in, it's fine. Like it doesn't have any sharpness at all to it, And again, just the body is SX, but the rest is all different. So I just got tired of a certain quarter quarter panel company and their quality control, if you will.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. You know, because I was buying stuff that had that certain logo and it was a lot of money, but it had fret sprout terribly and all kinds of other shit.
Mm.
So what happened to Bully?
I don't.
Some
His
technical
webcam's
issues.
been giving him troubles for a while. I don't know if you heard me
No.
earlier, Sono. If you're wanting more of those pro steels, let me know. The local shop I deal with, I guess the owner at one point said, "Hey, we need to order like 5 of every single individual string that D'Addario sells, so we, in case someone's bass string breaks, because bassists always be breaking one string and replace just one."
Yeah, especially one.
So they have a box that's like that long and as wide as the strings, and it's full of either pro steels or chromes. And I was talking to their manager. I go in there like every week to hang out, and I was talking to their manager, and she's like, I need to get rid of these. Like, no one buys single strings for bass. They buy them for guitar like crazy, but not for bass. And I
Makes
said, here's
sense.
what you do. I said, you let someone come in, and if they want to buy like a pack, just be like, hey, you want a signature set? We'll let you pick the 4 sizes you want and sell it for you $5 cheaper than a regular pack. And she's like, that's a great idea. I said, I think so. She said, here, pick out a custom set, and then it's free for your idea, but we get to use the idea. So if you want some, tell me. I'm guarantee I can pick up plenty and ship cheaper than buying the set.
Yeah, I know I have a specific gauge for the one it's on my Antigua. I think it's a 40 to 95. I had to double check the gauge.
Yeah, shoot me a message if you want me to talk to them, because I should be able to pick plenty of singles up and then just pop them in a bag and ship them.
Absolutely. So this bass I have here.
Yeah, tell us about your new acquirements there.
So this is one of the newer Squire Affinity active basses that they came out recently. This
That
is
color.
yeah, the color is stunning. I love it so much. The preamp is decent. I wouldn't say it's the best all around. I mean, considering it's Squire, I'm not expecting a whole lot, especially for an cheaper brand, since this is considered the Affinity lineup. They retail for like $330, but if you use the Fender 10% off discount, it comes out to like 300 flat or around there, depending on where you're at for taxes. And it's actually really good. It honestly makes me want to upgrade it, which is funny because normally if I need to upgrade an instrument, I just know it's not worth it. But considering the price point this bass is, I can actually get away with a mod for under $500.
That
And
makes sense.
yeah,
Like if you put $200 pickups in a $200 bass or a $100 bass, that's kind of like, but that seems more like a $500 bass that is a good deal at 300. That if you put $150, $200 pickups in or whatever, yeah.
yeah. And quite honestly, the pickups on these bass come stock and they're noiseless, which makes it even better. So that you're not having to deal with finding like a noiseless pickup aftermarket that are like literally almost close to the price range of what this bass costs brand new. And luckily, the stock pickups sound pretty good. They're not bad by any means. And the fact that they come stock and noiseless, I think that's a really big come up from Squire. The fact that they're like now introducing noiseless pickups, I think that's beautiful. And if they ever do make another Affinity lineup, they should bring the noiseless pickups back as a stock option and like nothing else. Because again, people are always upgrading pickups. And of course, majority of the times they're noiseless. So it's like, all right, perfect. Squire made noiseless ceramic pickups that sound pretty good. They sound real good. And there's no need for you to, get another pickups because they sound good as is. I think the preamp just needs work, which I don't mind having to spend an additional like close to $200 for a John East 2-band preamp for this. Like that's going to be my next move. I'm definitely going to do an upgraded video of the John East preamp. Or if I don't really want to go all around doing active, I can just drop in this $15 freaking control plate that I bought from Amazon and just make it a passive instrument. No problem. So
that's always a good option too. That's always a good option too.
Yeah, it is.
Of
Is
all the
that
cheap
now
bases
is
I've
it-
had, I've gotten rid of the Squire Affinity. I think it's the Jag that has the almost Music Man pickup. That's one of the
Mm.
few I regret getting rid of because one, it was passive and it sounded so good and it was comfy and that 32-inch scale. Like it's the only one I regret getting rid of because I had the whatever it is, Lake Placid blue with the maple
Oh yeah.
and like the only thing I disliked on mine was it the one I had a weird sound. Like I have a hard, I can't tell if someone's like Bully earlier saying, "Oh, that's a P, oh, that's a J, whatever." I can't hear that. But the one I had a weird sound to it. Like the only you had to have one thing all the way open or it didn't like work. I don't
Didn't do
know
anything.
what it was
Yeah,
about it.
the threshold of off to full on was maybe a quarter turn.
For the
Maybe.
tone.
Yeah.
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 It was I
This
had it
that what
either
you
all
just
the way
said.
off or all the way on.
What you
That's a
said
little
is this. That's what you just said. This is how this
Yeah,
started.
and the one that I had, I ended up upgrading. I took the tuners out of it and I put in actual licensed Fender tuners because I had an extra set of Fender tuners for when I upgraded my Meteora to Hipshot Ultralights. And then the bridge I had upgraded to a regular Fender high mass bridge because of course it was drop in. And I was worried it was going to hang off the end of the body because it was a little deeper, but it literally came right to where the like edge of the bezels came to it. So like it's I don't miss the Meteora near as much as I miss that Affinity.
You wanna know what's really crazy? That base that I just showed you, that shell of a body, that yeah, obviously you crazy. But
That
the shell
silver
of a
one.
body, that was my 31st birthday present from my wife. Like she's seen it, and I'm a Raiders fan. She's seen it, and she was like, "This,
That that's the
this
right
is it.
colors. Here you go.
This is it."
Before?
Huh?
Did you not have the Raiders sticker on it at one time?
Yeah, it's still there. It's just that was the first Raider base, and then I've had maybe one since then, but that was the original Raiders base. Um, yeah, and she got it for $119.
Wow.
It was a sale on American Musical. She picked it up, and then it was like the day after my birthday, and she was like, "Well, I had a present for you, and I hope that it was gonna be coming in on time, but it's delayed. But whenever you get
Well,
it,
those normally
it's gonna
retail
make
like
up."
what, 319?
At the time, it was $259,
Yeah.
but for whatever reason, it was
Was that
119, and I don't know why.
Was that a two band as well? That
Yeah,
Jaguar?
no, it was a passive bass.
Okay, but it still had that Music Man humbucker, so
Yeah.
it kind of had that fire to it.
Yeah. So the first thing that I did was I swapped it with an Aguilar AG4M.
Yeah. Now you can throw the lot at it and not even worry about, oh, that's too much for that bass.
Mm-mm.
I've got a Squire bass over here that plays better than any Fender the Jazz. It's an older Affinity, and Sono, you're probably more keen to what like what exactly Affinity series it is, but I'm let me guess. It's probably like an early 2000s, and it doesn't look like a Squire anymore. Hold on, gentlemen. And
He's just into
I like how
modding. He's a mad scientist. That's where he is at the point. But he's a connoisseur,
mad
so it makes
engineer.
sense. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
he's
that's
a
nice.
connoisseur.
I am not a connoisseur of anything, but I thought
The bass connoisseur.
I know the bass hangs was only a long time ago. It was like bass hang 17 or something. You saw me and you're like, you put in your best attempt at a British accent, and I was like, well, it's actually a French word, but I ain't gonna give him shit about it because I'm not even French and I'm not really a connoisseur of anything. So
It's just a nicer word for addict. It's fine.
I thought it sounded cool. Bass clef connoisseur coming at you. Anyway,
Don't do that again.
Yeah.
Now do it twice.
Got that face, But we got the
What is
badass.
that? Is that red or is that like a blood orange? What is that?
It's candy apple. And this base was, the neck is incredible. As Johnny Lee Long puts it, the strings are underneath the fret, and it's so good. Everything about it's good. It feels like a high quality Fender that you would expect to pay, $2,000 for. And I got it as a basket case and turned it into a, beautiful thing again. I did sand the headstock down to match it to the tone of the rosewood a little bit. I do have a Fender logo to put on there if I wanted to, but I would definitely, tell everybody, no, it's not a real Fender. But
Who
anyway,
cares? Nobody cares.
I
Nobody
know.
even knows.
It's kind of.
If I sold it to somebody, I would review it. It's got the real camera.
But you're not going to.
Everybody points that way. Bully this way. It's got the real Fender knob. This has got a whole. Everything's different on this bass too. So it was just the neck and body. But for the early 2000s, I think Squier Affinity. Let me say it's heavy, but he's badass. He does that jazz bass thing.
So this is what I need to say so that you can hear it from somebody else and not be in your head about it. Nobody knows the bass guitar, and unfortunately, they don't care about how important we are.
Oh,
That's the truth, and that's really what it is. Like, I play drums as well, and people like today.
you play the drums and you're like, oh,
My church gave me these drumsticks. They was like, "You, sir, these are your sticks when you come here." And I was like, "They're drumsticks." He's like, "No. We've had people play, but they haven't played like you. I'm not a drummer. I'm a bass player." And he was like, "What's the difference? What's the difference?" And I was like, "I know
one
what
of them
he's
you
gonna
hit
do.
things.
I hit things
Uh-oh.
all the time." Someone was here. He just dropped out so that he can bring in another guitar. I know his game because if he dropped out for real, this stream would be over. So he's gonna come back with some new hotness. Now, that being said,
yeah, I've been chatting it up since I got on. It's my first time, but
I need to talk to you.
You know-
I need to talk to you about this. I need to
You know
talk
what
to
I
you
love?
about this.
You know what I love right
To
now,
me.
BCC?
Yeah, you, BCC.
okay, I'm down.
Go ahead. What do you love, Obi?
What I love is whenever you got on here, you'd said how Shannon was like, "Hey, get on now, go get on." That's the exact same reason that I got on Bass Hang 100. Was
Didn't she
I
do-
had seen Shannon. I think Shannon was on 97 or 98 when she was out like walking her dogs by a fountain. And
Yeah.
then
Right.
you were having Bass Hang 100 and you dropped the link in the chat. And I was like, "Oh, hey, are you going to jump on, Shannon?" And she's like, "Nah, you should go ahead and jump on." And I was like, "Oh, they don't know." I'm sitting here thinking Shannon's been part of the Bullyverse forever. And she's like, "You should jump on." I was like, "No, they don't want, I'm not even good." She's like, "I'm still having lessons." I was like, "I don't even have lessons." So this is like, she's like, "Oh,
First
you
feedback.
should jump on." So then I jump on, and now Bully, for some reason, stuck around with me. I don't know. That Stockholm syndrome, bad character. I don't know.
Here's the thing. Everybody needs a straight man to a crazy man. That's
Yeah, you
what
got your-
makes buddy cop movies great.
Yeah.
Good cop, bad
Abbott and
cop.
Costello.
Lethal
Now-
Weapon.
Bad cop, worst cop.
Whether or not you're Samuel L. Jackson or you're John Travolta, this is our Pulp Fiction, baby. I don't know which one you are,
I'll
but
have
I
to
will
watch the movie
rain
to
down
find out.
in furious anger.
That was on just the other day too. Yes, honey bunny. I love you too, honey bunny. It was on the other day.
What does Marcellus Wallace look like?
Say what again?
Does he look like a?
Wasn't that gentleman who got shot in the back of the car that they had to clean up? Wasn't he on Mad TV later?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Same guy. Yeah. Boy, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Also need. I mean, I don't know if you want
to. Like a bee. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
That's the one where the wallet has BAMF on it, right?
Down and just sucks the whole time. And his eyeballing him the whole time.
Now that is a tasty beverage.
Speaking of burgers, after this, I got to get myself a tasty burger.
Oh man, where you going?
Burger, I'll even say it out loud sometimes. That is a tasty burger.
Probably hit up other.
And nobody, like, it's obscure unless you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I pop off with movie lines all the time, and people look at me funny. I'm like, you just need to catch up, Mustard, because
it's a thing.
But,
do they speak English and what? What? Say what again? Say what, I dare you. Say what?
Then when he says, I double dare you, I always go to that I triple dog dare you. I go right to the Christmas story.
Oh, that's a Christmas story.
That's
We put
right.
his tongue on the phone.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw that movie in 1983 at the movie theater. That's how old I am. And now it's a...
Wait.
I
So
would have never guessed.
From there, I segue to, you play baseball like a girl.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking Sandlot. Let's pop up with
What?
Say what again?
I'm sorry. It's a circle of fists.
Now, Steve,
It's a circle of fists.
that's where Sono's going to have another soundboard. He's going to have say what again, but then he'll have Stone Cold saying what. Just
What? Oh, Sono! Run that up, bro.
Dang, on the spot. I can't do it on the spot.
What? What?
I mean, the only thing I can do on the spot is definitely this.
Give me a hell yeah!
Give me a hell yeah!
That definitely this.
Wait. 1, 2. There's 2 now. It doesn't matter if the rock comes from 3.
I'd say I don't remember what the match was, but there's the one with Stone Cold where when he gets down, he does the 1, 2. Immediately flips the guy off like.
Okay, Sono, we need to do a podcast together. And all of these things are part.
That's what this is right now.
I need to get. No, it's not this. This is a whole nother thing. I need to get the soundboard. And if I can load my clips with yours, it'll just be a conversation in clips. Oh my God. Pandemonium.
You guys are
ended
going
like
to pop
this right
together
here.
on a... You'll both be on a base hang and neither of you are going to speak. You're just going to be touching the buttons on the side.
Only thing I have to add is that before we end the stream, we got to end it like this.
Wait! There's more!
There's more.
I feel like I'm watching an episode of Mortsky.
I didn't even know that this was an option. Like, I knew that he had the sounds. I didn't know that he had video over coverage. I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh yeah, there's definitely clips. Like I forgot this one. This is also my favorite clip.
The slide to the people's elbow. He skidded.
I bet he didn't even mean to slide, but it sure did look good.
It looked great. Like he slid a full foot.
It looked flawless. It looked like
One more time.
Yeah.
One more time.
Either he slipped on some sweat or maybe he slipped on, I don't know.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This is so awesome. Okay, so I wanted to actually put these strings on this bass so that you can hear this bass. You heard the original. Did these are Diodarios, right?
Correct.
So you heard the
Diodario
labellos.
ETB 92s.
So the original strings on the bass that is the Z7 had labellas on it. Now, here is my
The original
unofficial-
strings were rounds. You changed to those labellas.
Yes, you're not wrong. My unofficial opinion of these strings are as follow. The thing that he told me, him being OB, he said that they're like cloth, filament, velvet type of soft type of playing situation. I will agree. Do I like them more? Man, either one would suffice. But as far as like brightness goes, straight out of the pack, these are a little bit sharper than the other tape rounds from Labella. Now, that being said, I just want you to hear it before I actually do like a bully video there and I compare the two. This is what it sounds like, just in case y'all care to know. Okay, that's with the tone all the way off. Here's the tone all the way on.
I gotta say too, those black tapes look so good on that bass.
You think so?
They look so
You think-
much. I think they look a lot better than the white.
You think so? It could be personal preference.
I do.
Though. It,
Well, it
it
is
could
my
be
personal preference. I just happen to be right though.
Go ahead, BC.
You notice a big difference in tension going from the rounds to those
Yes. Yes.
because they're only a steel four, but then that nylon's wrapped around, and then of course then they just buzz it down at the factory, like sand it down to
So-
whatever gauge.
So
and
so
so-
dig it. Oh no, am I out?
Oh no,
Damn it.
it's
You're
all
still
good.
hearing audio.
Yeah, let's just hear you.
Okay. All right, so dig it. That sucks. So as far as tension goes, the Diodarios feel
Okay, Miss-
closer to normal for me. And these are medium gauge, right? So
Yeah, they're
They feel-
130
they feel more-
to 50.
yeah. 50 to 135. So they feel a little bit more tense, which is what I'm used to, kind of. And the tapes, they sound really good, real mellow. But for me and how I play, if I was gonna do tapes or whatever, it would probably be these. Like it would probably be these. And the fact that they're black kind of just.
What brand are
kinda helps
those?
out. This is Diodario
Diodario.
medium gauge,
ETB 92.
92.5 or 92-5.
Hmm.
That sounds
Yeah, that's
great.
the 5
man.
string set.
Sounds like the new radio station for Diodario.
The on the tapes they make the do what?
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Are those Diodarios on bullies right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, those are the Diodario ETB 92s. They come in short, medium, and long scale. and then the long scales come in a 5-string set.
Okay. The tapes that I have on my fretless is actually the first bass I ever built, and it's a ash body maple neck, and they are they the Fender? I don't think they're the Fender tape wounds, but they might be. Actually, you know what? I think they are the Fender tape wounds, and the gauge is like 60, 80s, 60, 70, 80, 100.
What the heck?
Mm-hmm.
So they're a heavier gauge in a sense, but they don't feel too big, and that kind of around your finger down here, they'll roll a little bit when you're playing them, but you
Yeah.
kind of get used to it too. And it's also good for fretless. I don't think I'd keep them on a fretted bass, especially if I want to just go from fingerstyle to a quick slap thing or whatever. Like
If
Mr.
you
Bully.
do the 4-string on Diodario's tapes, it's 50, 65, 85, 105.
Yeah,
I'd have
'cause
to dig mine up. I knew that the first or the G string was it was a lot higher than a regular 45, through 105 like I normally play. But they were brighter than I thought they'd be as well. And even though I had it on a fretless, I was like, man, this still has some zing to it. And of course, I can slap on it. Who does it, right? I'm always going to slap it fretless or fretted or fretless. But they're really old now too, and they still have a bit of brightness to them. But I guess they have the steel core for tension reasons and for the magnets to pick the pickups to actually have a magnet to go. But again, I've really never had them on a fretted bass. But so, anyways, since we're waiting on Bully or whatever, Thono, do you got another
They're
one?
on every one of those but the white one.
That's crazy.
Goodness, look at that beautiful wall.
That is a nice wall. I wish I had the wall estate. I wish I had wall real estate where I'm at, but they're all on freaking racks, but it's better than nothing. Yeah, I guess other bases I have. This is
I did
actually
put those Diodario blacks, those tape wounds, they're on that 1005F, and they are nice.
So
Yeah, there's
this,
something like a set of Black Beauties or something like that too, like on just the right bass. It's like, ooh, that looks hot.
So speaking on the Ibanez, this is actually a 1-year run from Ibanez before they discontinued it, and I'm pretty sure the reason why they did that was because they wanted to avoid copyright or any lawsuit issues from a very well-known brand named Spectre. And this right here is apparently the same curvature as a Spectre bass. This has literally that curve that you see from Spectres.
Oh, yeah. Wow, they had to stop Spectre.
Yeah, Ibanez did apparently their own Spectre run where it's literally like the same ash wing treatment, the same curvature. Like
But
that's
it looks
already
like an SL shape.
yeah,
But
and it's
So
literally a dead giveaway. Next through EMG pickups.
well, when I saw it on your thumbnail, I was like, okay, well, what's so special or different about that bass? And now I see what it is. Because it looks like those fretless portamentos or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow, I bet it feels pretty good, especially down here in the dusty end up there.
Oh yeah, especially giving it that it's neck through, and the fact that it literally has the same body hug that you get from a Spectre. If everything feels like a Spectre on this Ibanez, which is insane. But as far as tonality, not so much close to a Spectre. I mean, it has the EMG pickups, but it doesn't have the preamp guts that you would get from a Spectre. Like I believe most Spectres have like the preamp or a tone preamp or something. So this is definitely a personal bass that I do want to look into seeing if I can mod it with a different set of EMGs. Which apparently these are the 5-string pickups that are on the 4-string version for some reason. These are 45s.
They sure are. I guess they do that so they have the same body and same routes. Cheaper on buzz it out on the CNCs and then just put a 4-string or 5-string neck on it, and they're not worried about route cavities.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Like on a Lakeland, for instance, you'll get the Music Man 5-string, but then the single coil is basically like the Bartolini, but it looks like a 4-string size, so it barely fits the 5-string.
Yeah.
It still works, I guess, but to me, it just looks like, that difference in neck width looks a little funny, but I'd still rock a Lakeland. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But so that's funny that you mentioned that with that curve, whatever they call that curve. But when you wear it and you're playing it against your body, it does do that certain hug thing. I know what you mean. But so Spectre was copying Warwick, or was it the other way around?
Yeah, the other way around. Warwick was copying Spectre when I believe Spectre lost their licensing back in like the mid '80s when Kramer took over.
Yeah, that's right.
And
That's
yeah.
when they stopped paying them. That's when Warwick stopped paying Spectre for their royalties and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When did you say bottom again?
What is it?
You said when Spectre Bases was sold to.
Oh, Kramer, I believe.
Right,
I
right.
think so. Yeah.
So is it Korg now that owns Spectre? I don't know.
Yeah, Korg, I believe now. Yeah.
So you said everything about it, even though the shape is still like an SR or a Sound Gear, right?
Yeah,
But
pretty much.
in the hands, it feels like a Spectre, but that's it.
Yeah. Oh, he's back.
Yes, I am.
And it's echoing. Oh, I'll just get you back on. Just give me the thumbs up. Oh wait, no. It's all you. All right, now we good.
It's not
Okay.
me. I don't know,
I was about to say. It's all good. Just give me the thumbs up. Okay, as basis to get back on. But yeah, this is a very interesting joint. That's why I came across it on Reverb, and the guy originally wanted like close to 700, but I was all like, you know what? I'm just gonna like see if he accepts 500 because that's kind of the norm of how much they go for, and he ended up accepting my offer. So I was like, here we go.
It
Cool.
looks like it's in good condition. Well,
Bro, so I don't have any positive experience with the Spectre bass.
Same
I
here.
have zero positive things to say about it. The bass itself could be dope, but it's not tailored to a person's size like me.
Mm.
That's what I feel. I feel if I was shaped like Sono, that everything would be okay. And then, got the little tummy, tum, but I got a lot more body than just tummy. So it don't do the thing there for me. So
Once I get this set up, I'd be glad to send this over to you so you can get that feel, because this is definitely not close to a Spectre feel, but it just has that design. You know what I'm saying?
I hear
is that
you.
a satin finish?
Is that what?
It looks like kind of a satiny finish, not a total full gloss to it.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not too sure if it's real satin like that finish, but it kind of has like that gloss,
Yeah, it's in between gloss and satin to me. It doesn't look full on gloss. I don't know.
Could just be the lighting where I'm at right now. But
let me ask you this, Sono. Are you familiar with the Ibanez 600 series?
not which one, like the current ones?
500
or 500.
500 series, the mahogany joint.
Kind of. I mean, I know they come with the cheap Bartolini pickup stock, right?
Yeah, but like, you throw some elixir strings on that bad boy.
I get you.
It sings. Now, keep in mind, whenever I had mine, it was the GK 700 RB coming through with 210 stacked on top of a 115. So your boy was out here crispy and stomping like a fat boy. Oh, I was out here. I was a wolf. I was getting that groove, and you couldn't tell me no. So this is
Couldn't hear you over that GK, really.
Yeah, like here's the thing. I want you to do a rig rundown because it's very sexy. In the background,
I was gonna say I could just go all just room and see how that sounds like, real quick.
I mean, here's the thing. So for me, I went with the Fender full-on situation. So I got 410s and it's on everywhere. Okay? If I'm playing a gig, this is what I'm pulling up with. Bass on my back, 210, 210. Your boy came to get down. Inevitable. Brought you right back to me.
I love the 210 cabinets stacked up like that.
Yeah,
the
it's
210
it's a good time, dude. Like
I have
it
the
it does the thing very very easily. It
and
does
it's
the
a
thing.
right height too. When you're on stage, it's like boom. It's not too tall. It's not too big. It doesn't say, "Hey, look at me," but yet you're still listening
Yeah.
to me.
It also
I have a
has the
Carvin.
foot pedal where I can control and go through all of my presets. So I don't even have that plugged in. I don't even know where that is, honestly, now
Shannon
that I'm
got
talking
me
about
anyway. I told Shannon when she gets her 800 and she actually plays to a bass amp that has power, she's gonna love it. With that B string, got a certain neighbor that's gonna love it as well. But
Yeah. Whoever's
I had
All of them.
Carvin.
behind her or underneath her, they're gonna experience the
Yeah,
power.
I had
every time.
the Carvin BRX series back in the early 2000s, I think. So I had the 210 with the horn, but two of those cabinets, and then the 500-watt BRX.
Was it
Uh,
the red tweeter?
No, it wasn't the Redhead Carvin tweeter, the Redhead series. Those are sweet.
I
But it
had
was
one
the
of those.
BRX with the neodymium cabinet, so they're super light, and then the Class D head, which is only like 3.5 pounds, and it thumped even with just one cabinet. But it had that perfect height where if you stack them, on the side like that, or how Fender rumbles it. I just have the Fender Rumble 500, but I want to get the extension cabinet for it as well. Just get all five.
Hey, I'm not endorsed by Fender like talking about, but what I do want to throw out there to you is the Hartkey 410.
Yeah.
I want to throw that out there to you. I also want to throw, and specifically, it's the SL210. The reason why, I don't know if you were gonna ask if you were gonna do a separate head, like a Fender head with the 410 and then the 210. Let's just say the Hartkey head has the ability to change the
The ohm setting.
impedance
Yeah.
setting of it. So if you have a 4 ohm, it'll change it for you. And if you have an 8 ohm cab, it'll change it for you. So right now at my home church, just bear with me. I don't really like it. It's not dialed in. I probably just need to change out my tweeter. That's probably what I'm going to do next time I go there. But right now at my home church, I have my boom bass cabinets, which is a 1015, and I have a 12 on top of that. So it's a 10, 12, and a 15.
Ain't got no horn in it. Does it have a horn?
The 12 has the horn in it,
Oh
but
yeah.
the 1015 does not yet. I have the horns. I need to either solder them or unplug them and, do the maintenance on it
Yeah.
to make it slap like I want. And then the tone hammer can sing like it's supposed to. But it's a tone hammer 350. And it's going, like I'm running it through the Hartkey to the boom bass cabinet. And the Hartkey is like an 8 ohm. And then I selected 4 ohm to run to the boom bass cabinet. And
Okay.
it stomps.
Are you using the Hartkey
stomps.
is your Hartkey? Are you using that as a slave at this point, like a slave head?
It's more like a router, if you can think about it like that.
Switch the impedance, right? So you can go with your
Yeah,
4
I
ohm.
could.
With your,
Yeah.
Is that what
So the boom
I know
bass
that-
cabinets nominal impedance is 4 ohms.
Yeah.
So that's the loudest it's gonna be. But I could select 8 ohms and then it would cut that bottom piece to make it not move as much. I could
Gotcha.
do that. Of course, I have a 15 facing to the ground with all the dispersion available. So why the hell would I do that? But
Yeah.
it like I had people, they were like, how much watts is this? I was like, it's 350. And they were like, huh? It's 350. This is a Tone Hammer 350. And they were like, no, it's not. I was like, okay.
That's
And
Tone
then-
Hammer 500.
Yeah, I don't know. We were playing, and then the service had two keyboard players that brought their own stacks in. Like it was like a keyboard player with a 12 PA speaker, and then another keyboard player with a double stacked PA speaker, and they were running. And then I was like, why are y'all so loud? And then they had this like, haha, yeah, get in the background. And I was like,
You're like, no.
hold on. Let me take this from 3 to 7 real quick. And then I was like, bam, yeah, feel everything, bam.
Well, with
Yep.
keyboard players, I know what you mean because they
Dude, and they was in my area too. They was all there. So here's the crazy thing. I ended up taking over the service because my cousin is on the drums. If you call a hit and he's watching me, guess where the hit's gonna land? Wherever the hell I wanted to.
I cut out when you said your cousin something.
Yeah, my cousin was playing the drums.
Yeah.
So if you call a hit as the keyboard player and we don't do it, the hit lands wherever I say so.
Right.
So
right.
it took about a minute and a half for him to understand this ain't what he want. It took a minute and a half because he was trying to like force hands. This is where the music's going. And I was like, no, I don't know who you are and I don't trust you. I trust my cousin. We're going to take this thing over. To the point where the pastor unplugged him. It's that type of energy.
Unplugged
So
the
I
keyboard
have
player.
I have one cousin on the lead. I'm playing bass, and I have another cousin on the drums. And this keyboard player came in with all the gusto, thinking everything was sweet, and we just gonna follow him. And he messed over me like twice. Really? Well, let me just show you how this goes. So he was like, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, bam. Nobody did anything. Bam. Nobody did anything. I'm looking, bam. Bum, 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 bum. And we teared it up, and he's just sitting there. He's like, what's going on? And my uncle, because he's fighting. Like he's fighting us. And my uncle was just like, boom.
Like on stage fighting you, low key, trying to be low key and shit with it.
Yeah. He's a pastor. He's also a musician too. So he sees it, and I was like, hey. And he was like, and I was like, oh, it's on, baby. We all seen it. And he was just sitting there stuck out. And my uncle was like, bloop. Go ahead, little boy.
That's funny. That is really funny. So the drummer just took it.
It's funny. Like, I mean, because if you want to keep it completely funky, the bass and the drummer is running the groove. In most genres of music, the bass player is just the unsung hero, but they're hand in hand. It's a handshake with the drummer. So if one's not on point, chances are you're going to think that band sucks. If the drummer is trash, you think that band sucks. If the bass player is trash, you're going to think that band sucks.
True.
That's just what it is.
But when the bass and drums are locked in,
Oh,
and if you're not noticed, that's a good night. Because
here's the
people
thing.
are
And a clear
You
just
hear the music,
one-
but you feel
one-
the bass.
1 out of 3. Just let's go 2 out of 3. Volpec, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Think about how they start most of their songs. What is it? Volpec is gonna be Joe Dark getting loose, and then the drums drop in. Usually Red Hot Chili Peppers. Usually, I mean, you got Hey Yo, where it's a lead guitar riff going into it, but for the most part, you got like some abstract lead guitar stuff happening, and then the bass comes in and everybody locks in.
Or you have Flea pretending he's playing the lead guitar because he's Flea and he's going to play the same stuff the guitarist can do.
That's also true. You Rage Against the Machine, same energy. It's some abstract lead guitar line and a bass line that doesn't go to it at all, and it changes the whole energy of the music. The only band that I think for sure is led by a lead guitar player is probably Van Halen and the band that did Rain in Blood. Is that Pantera?
Slayer.
Slayer. I feel like that's accurate.
Little bitty old theater Slayer back in the day. I'm talking like mid '80s, bro. Ready Blood. What's funny is when I started
that riff was a Lil Jon song. Like I didn't know. I only knew that riff because of a Lil Jon song, and I went back and found the roots of that riff, and I was like, "This is." I can see why he had that energy. I can see why he had that energy with this whole situation. I haven't figured out the way to bring that into church yet. So that's my goal. If I can just do that for offering. Or maybe some smooth jazz type of.
Oh, heck with it. Just go with David Elson's Peace Sells from Megadeth.
Oh, I need to do it with a pick.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I did Roundabout. I've pulled that off. I've pulled off
Sono. That sounds good.
Sono doesn't really need the soundboard, but you know,
What?
just all the soundboard being done by the bass.
Sorry.
Oh gosh.
Sorry.
Name a song. There it was.
All right. So the
Unlike
rig.
Bully, who doesn't know the songs, just figures them out in 2 seconds after someone in the comments says one.
So yeah, so basically what I've just been doing, it's out of my GK right now that you're seeing on screen. This is literally from the GK, the 112 on top, 212 on bottom. And then go.
Woo-hoo. That's awesome.
Slap sounds so good.
Yes. It's cool tonight. Oh, God.
Man, through my phone, I'm getting that Clark thing.
What happened?
I said through my phone speaker, I'm getting that Stanley Clark zinginess.
Ooh,
Yeah,
and that's the
it's-
GK
it's
rails.
crisp. It's
Yeah.
crisp, man. Like
It is
that
crisp.
sounds good.
Yep. It's the
Like,
GK
if-
700B.
If this wasn't so awesome and provide me so many more tonal opportunities, that would have been my rig. That would have been my rig, but I can do so much more with this if I chose to, and I usually don't. But if I chose to, yeah, that's Yeah, that's the move. And you did 312s.
Yeah, I thought it was. I
Shit.
didn't realize that was 112 on top. I just saw the two bottom. I was like, oh, okay. I
Yeah, I
thought it was
made
a
an assumption. Yeah, I was like
212
two
on bottom.
tens, two
And
tens, two
yeah,
12s on bottom. Yeah.
wow.
Or like 2 10s and 4 10s.
It
You
actually
know.
looks like a 410, 210 combo is what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's what I assumed. But the fact that you got 312s, so you carrying like big bottom. We talking
You got
juicy
drivers. You
true.
got drivers with cabinets too.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
a
I'm
Neo, so they all light.
Yeah, exactly. And even with both, I could always just be like, all right, no big deal. Like I've done the 312 setup before in an outdoor event. I didn't really need much of a 212 because at the time, this was an outdoor festival that had no PA support, for like the back rig. It was just only for vocals. So I was like, okay, let me test the 312 out and wide open. And it sounded so good. Like even the whole band was just all like, man, I heard you pull through so crisp and loud. They didn't even have to turn you up. It was just like at 2 or 3 and we were good. And
Yeah.
at the time, I didn't have a 700 RB. It was just one of the MBs, like the very small
The
ones.
200,
No, it was the 500 Fusion.
even still though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
312s with a 500.
Mhm.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah, man.
It kind of makes me want to stretch my legs on it. So dig this. So I have this Fender Adam Clayton joint that's down here. It's right here at the bottom, right? You know,
Yeah, I remember that.
it's the tube situation, and it's solid, but
But
it can be traded. It can be traded in to get something serious. Like it can be traded in to get a 210 and the friggin' 700 RB like that. Cause that bad boy retails for 2 stacks. Used is probably
and are you
13,
gonna
1400.
that much? And are you even going to use it anymore? Probably not, huh?
Yeah, I haven't found a situation for it.
Yeah. So see you later, Adam.
And, I mean, it's solid, you know. And if I need like an Ampeg thick sound, that's gonna give it to me. But
Deep in-
unfortunately, I have the Fender Rumble that can give me the British Ampeg sound. So, is it really necessary? That's where I'm at, and I don't know if I don't know if it's worth getting rid of because I like it. It's solid. I just don't have, and I can stack it on top of my 210. So it's a 15 up top, 210 down bottom. I just don't know if it's necessary. That's
on the
my
top. What? Man, you're going nuts now. Who does that? Bully the
Yeah.
kid does that.
yeah.
I'm just waiting for Base House so y'all can give me some sort of knowledge on what the hell any of y'all have been saying. I keep hearing numbers
So
and positions.
if
Oh,
Base House
okay.
does
I got
happen,
that. I got
I was-
that. 50
Ooh.
watt. That's it.
no, I was actually going to say, look, if
That's
Base House is
actually
going to
pretty
happen,
nice.
and obviously in California, I would be down to bring that GK rig for everyone to play on because it needs to be played on. Because I hardly play it in my
Hey.
room, obviously, because
Hey.
very loud setting.
Hey, here's the thing. If you bring that whole rig, I have a certain little bad boy that needs to stretch his legs that I could put in a backpack very easily.
Mhm.
I don't know if you heard of him, but
Hell yeah, I gotta hear that.
The elf.
Oh, that's a
Heck
no?
yeah.
Oh, the elf,
no,
yeah. No.
Now, can you flip
this
the
can
back
go
for
in
me?
a backpack very easy.
Can you flip the
That-
back for me and see how many speak-on connectors it has?
You ain't got to worry about that. I have an adapter.
Oh, sick. So you could connect 2 cabs in that.
So basically, I can take this and send it to a speak-on connection,
Mm-hmm.
and then from there you can signal chain it to wherever. But at the very least, you got at the very
The Elf's
least you
a
have
300, right?
this is a 200.
I thought it was
That's
200.
sick.
Yeah, I'll be right back, gentlemen.
All right.
Are
So
you sure? I thought that the head was a 300 and that the combos are a 200.
nope, this is 200.
Yeah. So imagine a 312 run by a 200-watt head.
But no, but here's the thing: you got that little guy
Mm-hmm.
up top, the 112,
Yep.
or you run the RB. No, basically, I take the 112 with this bad boy. We grooving, and then you have your head take the 212.
Mm-hmm.
This takes nothing for me to bring this
True.
with the adapters and all that situation in my base bag, my close, because I'm taking my close travel base. That's just my travel base. So
Nice.
yeah. Oh man.
I have to figure out what I'm bringing because there's no way I can drive there. I'm not taking 3 extra days worth of trip to drive from here, stay for a night in a hotel just so I can drive the entire. I think it's if I did a straight shot, I think it's like 27, 28 hours to get to
Yeah,
Anaheim.
you're not
So
Oh my
driving.
gosh.
You're not driving.
Nah.
Yeah,
You're
you
not
gotta
driving.
plane, you gotta airplane that.
Yeah.
yeah.
But for sure, I'll have this in my bag, and at the very least, we can buy some BS cab for me to plug this bad boy into, and this is just another opportunity to get down. But
Yep.
yeah, I want to hear what this sounds like with that 112. That's my personal.
Oh
Or
yeah, absolutely.
with the 212.
The wattage
Really?
That's it.
capacity of- what's the wattage capacity of just that 112? Still no.
The 112 is 400 watts.
Oh, that thing could run at full steam and not even
Oh, yeah.
sweat.
And
This
the
is
funny
gonna break before that cab do.
and the funny thing too about GK cab ratings back then, they had misled the cab ratings because right now they show 300 and the 212 600, but when you go on the website, it's actually 800 watts and the cab for the 112 is 400. So they kind of like, I think they did that for legal
They
reasons for some
overdid
reason.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
they overpowered them.
Mhm.
So that if you
Yeah.
put some bull crap on it and it blows up, well, this was rated for this right here, and then
That's like warranty, right? It covers the warranty would have to cover that.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I've never really had an opportunity to actually, not that I want to or have the need to, but to actually experience a full amped power. Like if you could pull a full 180 out of that guy, or maybe the full 200, but have the cabinet not even put up a sweat over it, and just to see how much like thickness you can actually get out of that amp, I'd be interested in hearing that too.
yeah. So
Mhm.
so dig this. Whenever I used to like do my pop up gigs, I'd have my boom bass cabinets, and I have this amp, and I'd have it in my back pocket. I said this joke numerous times. So it would be this amp in my back pocket. I pull up to the gig with my 1015, and then I have my adapter, which is just a speaker cable with the adapter connector clip into my cabinet because my cabinet doesn't take a speaker input. And they was like, "Hey, are you ready?" I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." Then I pulled my Elf out of my back pocket, sit it down, plug it in, turn it on, and then we going. And it was like, "Did you just pull an amp out your pocket?" And I was like, "Mm-hmm."
Damn it.
It's part of the joke. That's part of the joke. So I did that on the regular, and I've had that bad boy for probably going on 6 years now. 5 years? 5 years now? I had it before the freaking pandemic. So 5 years at least, at the minimum. And it's been holding me down. Like I used to run this Elf with a Seismic Audio 4.8 setup. That was my gigging, my busking cab.
Really?
Which it wasn't
Yeah.
bad. I just took the horn out and I swapped it with a aftermarket horn, that actually sizzled a little bit, and
Yeah.
then just chord to cab, move the amp to the side, put that bad boy on like 6, master volume, put the gain on 5, put everything else at 12, and then control all my EQ with my bass, and then just sit on the cab, twiddle my legs.
It's kind of got that Phil Jones thing going.
Yeah, that's what I was doing, and then like the whole setup weighed like 45 pounds with the amp in my pocket.
The only time I've had any experience with Phil Jones is when I built my first bass, and Phil Jones was probably out on the market a few years at this point. I built that fretless maple neck, you know, so I really didn't have an amp to try it out on. I had my little practice amp, and so I took it to Guitar Center, and I plugged into that Phil Jones. And of course, I was punching the mids up a little bit, and I was playing along on, you know, I'm always up on the dusty end, so my basses stay dust free up here, baby. But I was up there just playing on it, and the girl comes around a corner and kind of surprised me. And she's like, "Is that you?" And so I stopped. I was like, "Oh, am I too loud? Am I in trouble?" She said it sounded so good, and that she thought she heard a horn player around the corner. She goes, "What's a horn player doing in the bass section?" Because I was just popping off the, you know, that Phil Jones mid punchy. I was like in a zone. I didn't, you know, like know where I was for.
Okay, let's talk about this, BCC. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, go ahead.
What does the zone feel like for you? Let's start with you, BCC. Let's OB. What does the zone feel like for you? When it's a moment where you can't hit a wrong note.
Oh, that's never happened. I can always hit a wrong note. I'm very, very adept.
But you're only one note away from the right one, baby.
Well, maybe not one fret away, but one note away. It might be the next one that's correct. You're right.
At least one thought away.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I usually think I'm hitting the right note until someone tells me otherwise.
Okay, let's just pivot real quick. BCC, what does it feel like to be in the zone? Since you can't just be normal, it's fine. BCC.
When you are in the zone, it's like you're dancing when no one's watching, and you don't care. But you don't even know you don't care because you don't even know you're in the zone. You're on stage, people are dancing, the club is full, so then now they got to turn the PA up. Your bass is pumping through the stage so hard. Your drummer is all, you know, mic'd up, and he's been your best friend since you were 8 years old. Now you're up on stage rocking at the Vogue and Indy, and it's so loud and thumping that I'm getting tingles right now just thinking about it. It's like euphoria. It's like a drug. It's definitely a natural high that all those emotions come in, but you can be on stage and not even think about what you're playing here. And it's all coming through right. There's not, oh, what do I need to play next? None of that's happening. When you're in that zone, everything's working. And it's not like, oh, everything's working. And then when you listen to the playback later, you're like, oh, that was pretty bad. It's like, it was good. You know, when you're not thinking about it.
That sounds awesome.
And when you're mic'd up and through the PA, or not mic'd up, but, you know, DA'd up or DI'd up and through the PA, that's when you hit that. Boom. Yeah, that
P bass goodness.
So
this is Fire Sonic, by the way. Yep.
Oh, that's the Sonic?
That's Sonic.
What'd you swap it with? What are the pickups?
The pickups are the stock ones, but I just put covers over them. But boy, they are loud.
That's even cooler.
And then I've been switching the knobs out, but I got some Tiger Eyes on it.
Okay.
What a good
I will say this, OB, you've been there. You're just doing a thing, like you're playing your character. That's fine. It's fine. It's a moment for you, OB, and you can say this, where you don't look at the damn piece of paper to know where you're going. You just know where you're going.
I never look at paper. Mine's on an iPad.
Yeah, but you're looking ahead and like, oh, I hope I don't mess this next part up. when you're thinking that constantly, you're not having fun, and you're not just.
Oh, I
It's-
have fun
it's-
even when I know I'm messing it up. That's an honest statement. That's not even the character. I have fun the whole time I'm playing.
He just okay. You may not know this, BCC, and I know you watch Base Hangs. Sometimes this motherfucker just wanted to watch the world burn. Okay, so
But I'll have
it's fine.
fun while I'm playing the bass,
Totally
watching it burn. though.
passive the whole way through.
Yeah, it's just acid dripping on Charmin paper. It's basically that's what the hell this is. It's fine. Now, Sono, I know for sure you know what this feeling feels like because we have it documented. You did a
He
video.
doesn't have his headphones on.
It's fine. So, goddamn it, Sono, you locked in?
What's going
You
on? Now I'm
locked in?
locked in. Yeah.
You locked in?
He was
I
talking
bet.
to you.
I was, but I didn't know that I wasn't on speakers. All right,
I
so
just
dig
had
it.
yeah.
So you know what we're talking about? Me and BCC, OB knows he's just being himself. The moment where you feel like you can't hit a wrong note, I know that you've experienced that because when I first met you, you were in the Ibanez booth and you were flowing. You were flowing, and it was on that freaking rainbow bass, the 6-string joint. You did a video.
I
And
remember that one.
Like, here's the thing. There was a moment where you were like, "Oh my God, this is Low and Lobster. That's Bully the Kid. I need to say what's up." All right, cool. Where we at? Ibanez. Let me put my hands in here. Let me get involved. And then you started playing, and then we didn't matter for a split second of time. And I think I was the cameraman. And I came in with the up close, and you were just in there, hair first. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was just there doing the thing, and he was just flowing. Like it was just it was a rhythmic, it was a stream. There was no wrong notes played. Everything made sense as far as scales went. And it was a lot of this looking stuff happening. It was a lot of that. And I was like, oh, he's there. And I might have said that in the video. You might need to find it, look it up, but
Yeah.
you posted it.
Yeah, that I
It's-
remember. I think even Lobster.
It's a flow state. That
Yeah.
zone, it's a flow state. And most of the videos that I do, you know whether or not I like the bass based on the fact that I forget that the camera is going. Like,
Oh yeah.
another piece of me is if you were to meet me in person, this is who the fuck I am. Like, this is who I am. So if you meet me in person, this is what you gonna get. This isn't a character. Bully the Kid is just a partition of
You're
Alan
a character.
Brown.
All right. You are
Yeah.
a character.
You are also charismatic on the bass to the point where bass police at NAM had to go over to you and be like, "Can you turn down?"
Look, we got people making love in the corner.
They're like, "We got him."
Hey, I mean,
The bass
Hey.
police, they come to me at NAM. The bass police, they tell me turn it down, damn.
So basically, what I'm gonna end up doing if we do this bass house for the upcoming NAM, I'm gonna bring a power cord. I'm gonna bring a
Handy.
regular cord
Also
because I don't
important.
want to have to depend on anybody to have a bass amp situation. Because I went to the Reverend stand and basically I had to pump somebody to have me give me the power cord. So
I saw that video, and the guitar
Yeah.
player was on your left, and he was giving you the stinky stink eye.
which is completely fine. I don't really care. He's small. If you want it, come get it. But he didn't. So here we are. and that content was made, I didn't know anything about it. I didn't care anything about it. Why? Because he didn't bring his little ass over here to come and mess with the bull. Bet. Stay over there. It's completely fine in that stable. There's a fence.
I mean, to be fair, you say the guy's small. Nobody really wants to walk up and go, can I have that back, please?
Nah, you'd be surprised. People will challenge, especially in California. They'll do anything.
Goofy ass out the goddamn way.
Nah, they will try. They will try. I've
Which
seen
is
it.
fine. It's cool, but it also makes for a wonderful piece of content.
That too. You
I
can
Where
ran
we,
up-
where we
I
see
ran
Bully
upon
can grab
Bully.
half of a fretboard with one hand. He can hold off two guitarists with the other.
Yeah, either way. I ran upon Bully the Kid, and he mushed me.
all he had to do was just come up with his hand. They just reached out like Shaq.
Just
Somebody's walking around. Have you guys seen my buddy? He's a guitarist. Yeah, Bully put him up there. He's sitting in the rafter over there on top of that booth.
Yeah. It's
Hey, that looks kind of
clobbering
like
time.
that one of Sonos.
Yeah.
That green.
The green joint was the best joint I had.
The green.
oh, that is pretty.
It was good. I really enjoyed it for the time I had it.
It's brand new. Could be yours, Bully.
The hell is
$500.
it?
I actually have
What is-
flats on it right now, and it's pretty good with
What
flats.
is it?
What's that?
What is it?
It's that 22 limited edition Greenberg Fender.
Yeah, yeah.
Guitar Center Limited.
Yeah, Guitar Center exclusive.
I think.
Do I need that? Do I need it? I don't think I need it.
Almost as much as you need a
I
Burgundy
mean,
Mist
the only thing
Sire
that has any
Z7.
scratches is, right in the slappy sweet spot. But that's what it's for.
The old triple at Slappy Sweet Spot.
We like the slappy sweet spot, all right. Yeah, it's got a good top on it for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same one I had, the same design too. I like those way better than the Blueburst that they had out.
Yeah.
It's just
Um,
crazy that they just discontinued them right off the rip,
Why'd they do that?
Yeah,
I
who
gotta
do
be
they
honest
think
with
they
you.
are? Ibanez?
pretty much.
I'm not a big fan of the maple look on the black and the dark green. I'd rather it have a rosewood with some blocks in it or something.
All right.
Yeah.
So here's my problem
Like
with
you
that.
did your Antifa.
Here's my problem with that.
Too many bases is the problem, right?
That's
never a problem.
never a problem. Now, the thing that would do for me, this is doing for me, and the fact that I don't need to buy anything other than this Sire V7 in a
Ooh.
burgundy situation.
Dang. Yeah.
I fucking need
Bottom
it.
center.
That's the one I would have.
Center.
That's
Let's call it
that's-
pink, everybody. It's not burgundy at all.
It's pink,
It's pink. I love it.
and
mean,
We
it's
I
could throw
like
another
it.
word in front of it, but
I like it though. That's the one I would choose. Either that or the white one.
Oh
But I'd
well,
want-
man, in the Z3, that sparkle black. Oh, that's the type
that's
of
the one
gaudy
Shannon says
I
she's
want.
wanting to get.
Yeah.
That's the type of gaudy I'm talking about. Oh,
I wish the sparkle
Talk
black
to
was
me.
the dark fretboard though. I don't think they come with the rosewood fretboard, do they? They're all.
no,
And I'm
That's
not-
where
I
you.
don't think so.
That's,
Not a big
that's
fan
where
of
you
it.
do. That's where you do what
Uh,
I did with my
yeah.
1505. You buy two, swap the neck to the way you want, and you sell the other one, and someone's going to look at it like with Shannon's, like, oh, that looks so much better than what they did. Yeah, it did. There you
Yeah,
go.
I agree. I like your-
So
Go on,
dig
make-
this. I did
That
a
dark-
video.
That dark green with that neck, that looked pretty, but I couldn't give up that roasted maple bird's eye with the
Yeah.
burl.
So I did a video where I swapped Sire bases, like the P7 and the V7 vintage, and I swapped the necks. So like the P7 came with a rosewood, and the V7 Vintage came with a maple black block inlays, right?
Yeah.
And I swapped them to see what the sound would end up being. I ended up liking how
Yes,
the
that is-
V7 sounded with the rosewood fingerboard, and then I just kind of left it there. And then last year I swapped it back. But
Is
like
that on Anime?
Annie Mae, yeah,
So that
Yeah.
that came with a maple. Anime came with a maple neck, and now it's got the rosewood with the block.
no, Annie Mae came with a rosewood. I swapped it to maple and swapped it back.
Gotcha.
Um,
I'm
How's the
with you,
neck
Sona.
go? Those are
the
5
neck,
strings.
the neck pockets just swapped over. Yeah,
Because
I could be up.
I was
I
looking
get to
at
go
for
to work
my
in 5 hours.
V5 here. I was thinking about
Sorry.
taking my
I
V5,
chose to be here.
and I kind of want the Marcus Miller preamp. So when you slap, you got your preamp there for it. So I was thinking about Sweetwater had a fretless V7 with the maple neck.
Ooh.
Yeah, I
And-
saw that.
Yeah, and then I was thinking I could take that maple neck, put it on my buttercream V7 passive V5, and then take my roasted neck and put it on the other bass. Then I'd have the fretted roasted maple V5 neck on the V7 body, but then the slap and then the maple neck would look really good against that buttercream. And then of course, then we've got the knobs to go on there too. So that I was
Hey
wondering.
BC, you got a problem, bro.
I
You
do,
got
man.
a problem.
I got a problem, bro.
You got a problem.
Hey,
Like he's like, I like this. I also like this. Hey.
I can't
What?
stop.
Who is that? Is that
B-
Rosenthal? Who's the person that's like he's like not schizo, but he's like, oh. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy. What's his name? He's like, I want to do this. This sound good. I feel like doing this. I should probably do this. But if wait.
Del
But
Toro,
also,
Del Toro or Sicario guy, right?
oh shit! What's
Sicario
the?
or something. Del Toro. He had all the.
I hate
One
it.
that had Howard the Duck locked up in Guardians of the Galaxy.
He was one of the people that sold stuff.
Yeah,
Like, he
and Howard
sold
the Duck.
special
Oh
stuff.
my gosh, the
Howard
party's
the Duck
getting
was
started.
Like Howard the Duck at the end was in one of the cages.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey,
that
that's
guy.
that one that we've been talking about that's gotten so many people involved in videos.
Not
Gee.
not,
Gentlemen.
not Benicio
Good.
del Toro.
Yes, Benicio.
Is it Goldblum?
Nah.
Jeff Goldblum. No, Jeff
Goldblum.
Goldblum plays the collector.
I think that's the guy. He's like, hey, we can do this. I don't really know, but we can possibly do it.
Yeah.
But if we didn't, hey.
What's funny with Jeff Goldblum's character is the character in the original, like in the comics in the MCU, he is in the movies way underplayed for amount of power that he has because he's functionally immortal. And then they just kind of gloss over that like he's just the, hey, I'm in charge because I could just choose to kill anybody I wanted to. But in the comics, it's like, no, there's a reason no one's really tried to stop him anywhere.
So the character that I say that you are BCC is Jeff Goldblum. I just looked at
The
his
collector.
face. What you're doing is kind of like, I like this. I also like this. Let's go ahead and make this a whole thing. Let's go
That's just
volume
Jeff Goldblum.
tone on that. Yeah, volume.
I'm
Make
very
it passive. Let's also make it active. Is there a dark glass? We should put the dark glass in there. If there's a dark glass,
Oh,
then it
bro.
has to be-
BCC doesn't have GAS. BCC
Oh, I
has
do.
GMS, gear modification syndrome. We're gonna
Oh my
acquire it and
God.
then change it.
No, good. So I was gonna do that, right? But I also have these cream P pickups. I've got more cream P pickups. I was gonna make that a triple P, the P5. But then I thought I got those DiMarzio jazz pickups I can put in there too. But I do have 3 of these babies. Sorry. So I was wondering. Let me just use the covers. I was gonna do this. Shit.
No.
Sorry. Hold on.
No.
I gotta see that. I have
No.
Like that?
Zag.
Absolutely not, BCC.
Or
no.
go like that, right? That's how I really wanted to do it. But then I thought I could go like that and then put another set down here. So my triple P would have, a set.
Basically, you want to. What you're saying is Goldie is the perfect base, and you want to make your own. Is basically what you're saying.
So
I kinda want
you do the triple P pickup with them all in that orientation, and then you put a sticker of a cartoon dog on it and name it Bluey to knock off of Goldie, and it's great.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Parents
Bully.
and
It's
children around the
because
world will
you-
appreciate the base.
That's pretty funny though. But I'd like to have a P bass and a jazz bass.
I actually like Bluey, so I'm not saying that's a
That's a
horrible
great
idea. It's pretty entertaining, right?
It's a great
right
show. If you
under-
have
it's-
parents and you watch
It's
that,
right
you get
under
it too.
Peppa Pig. It's right under Peppa Pig. Because
I love
Peppa Pig
Peppa
has
Pig.
a sprinkle of pettiness. Oh, the petty in Peppa Pig is legendary. Now, let me also say that again, you think Goldie is perfect and you want to create your own in a 4-string version. There's no problem with that. I like the
Goldie just
idea.
needs some labella tape wounds put on there, and
Oh
You can
shit!
say,
you put those white labellas on Goldie, and you're having a great time.
yeah, Bully. We all just want to be like you, really. That's what it's all
Oh
about.
shit! No,
Do it.
Fuck all that.
Do it.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Hold on.
What have we created
Do
here?
it.
Okay. That's the one I
Do
want.
it.
I want that blue one with the maple neck and the cream pickups. That's the one you played on that live stream. Yeah, she's gorgeous. What is that? Is that a Starvell?
It's an Alan Eden bass.
Oh, okay. You played it on that
Disciple-
live stream that one
Disciple
time.
5. Yeah, Disciple 5. So it's an Ardare pickup, Ardare preamp, and then the pickups themselves are from the Charvel,
Ah,
the Aurora 5s or whatever. And then the only reason why I pulled those is because in the Charvel, I wanted to put a whole EMG setup. So the Charvel has a whole EMG setup, and I just sourced the pickups, threw them in there, and they would drop in. I didn't have to modify it too much. And
That's
then
cool.
the Ardare preamp, and then she's
that's a
cute.
look though. That color with the maple neck and the pickups.
And
match.
gold
That's-
hardware. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard me earlier. I cut out, but yeah, I saw you when you were doing that Zydeco band live stream.
Yeah.
I was tuned into that, and you were playing that one that night.
Yeah. She
Yeah,
gets she gets down. Let me give you the long and short of this whole situation. I will give you the money for these strings. I feel as though this is the move for Goldie in its next stage. Because
But
my
it's
God,
not yet her final form.
I don't even know that that's even true. Like it just may be because why would I have to swap these strings?
Tapes, you don't have to. They last forever.
And also, if they go dead, that's kind of a move too.
Well, yeah. Shannon, how's that beautiful emerald and Wenge multi-scale working for you?
Lovely.
Good,
What's
good.
happening? Hey, Shannon, how you doing?
So I was trying to figure out when Bully realized.
I didn't know you were there. Wonderful. Oh my God, it's so nice to talk to you.
Notice
About
Sono
her.
Sono had to put her on the big screen because she's small. We had to get her the same size as Bully somehow.
Actually, I was gonna tell Sono. Sono, I think I'm taller than you.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh
Oh no.
no.
Oh no.
So you said you're
Wow.
5'7"?
I believe so. On a good
Watch
day.
out, little boy. Get out the way, little boy.
But it's all
Little boy.
good. As long as I'm taller than AMP, I think I'm okay.
I don't even know that you're taller than AMP.
Oh no. That's not true. Yeah, don't do drugs when you're 12 then.
You got Omar from the house.
He's
Like,
probably
here's the
really
thing.
tall.
Here's the thing. Nobody knew Lobster was 6'3".
I
Nobody
didn't
knew
know
that.
either. I did not know either. I was
She
like,
run up on you. You got to look up. It's a different feeling.
yeah, yeah,
How tall's
absolutely.
Floof?
Floof is, I think
5'9",
Floof is like, 5'8", 5'9".
or maybe like 5'10", I believe.
I think he's 5'9". I'm not
I'm gonna
sure.
take a guess that BCC's about 6'9". That's my guess
No.
right there.
No, I give BCC probably 6. I give BCC 6'2". I give you
baby,
6'2".
I
love
think
you so much.
Lobster. Yeah, I think Lobster
I'm-
didn't mention that her with heels.
Lobster and heels.
She's
would
like
be scary.
6'7" or 6'8".
Yes. We will find Lobster at every show.
Lobster's gonna wear some tall heels, so Bully has to be like, "Hey, stop it!
Here's the thing. Here's the
Get
thing.
down here."
There's only so much of this foolishness I'm gonna take before I start being me. Like, I'll
Bully
let it
goes and gets some
happen.
platforms.
Nah, man. Nah, watch out.
Bully walks in with some paint cans strapped to the bottom of his shoes.
Yeah. Fill every piece. Yeah.
Bully, why you got them paint cans? It's leg
Mind your
strengthening.
business.
There's
Mind your
9-pound
goddamn
resistance
business.
on each foot.
Why y'all talking to me?
Shannon,
Any update on that yet?
Oh, go ahead.
I was just wondering if she had an update on her P5 coming in yet. This camera is not picking up how gorgeous this flame maple neck is.
That do be looking nice.
Oh my god.
So Shannon, you got that Ray 34. Why didn't you? Did you look at the short scales? The short scale rays?
I did look at those. I think I was just really wanting an active base. I know that's not your thing, but I don't know. The first time that I
the short scale rays are active.
no, they're passive.
I thought the one that I had was active. I had one that was like a drop copper.
Mm, the only no, because the ones that I looked at, the new ones, and then the old model, which was like that seafoam blue, I think is what they were calling it, or cement. Those were all passive, but I was just BCC loves to tease me because I always say cement instead of what is it?
Said that one Steven color base, and I was like, what color was it?
Oh no,
Yeah,
we
you're
ain't
right.
doing this here.
Bruh.
We
It
ain't doing
wasn't
that here.
it was not concrete, but it sounded like you said. It sounded like, slobby the deck type of,
Oh, my husband's got his Strandberg out right now.
Boom.
Gotta see it.
Boom. Get him the
I
hell
gotta
out of
see
here.
it.
Hey, take her off
No,
the stream.
no, I need the
No,
Strandberg.
take her
I need
off
to-
the
I
stream.
need to see the Strandberg.
No,
now.
you don't need to.
This is so.
Yeah, the Maspid alien. Let's go. I love it.
Here,
I
I'll
love
help
it.
you, BCC.
I love it. I love it.
might not do it.
Even though I'm married to a guitarist, I do buy awesome birthday presents.
This is
I
for
don't
you,
know.
Travis.
You
Yeah.
bought that? You bought it. Did you buy that? You bought it for him.
Hell yeah.
And I got him a quad Cortex this year for his birthday.
That's because
awesome. See, best wife right there. Best wife.
Andy deserves every bit of it. Now she's got some shit coming too, Bully. She's got a Rumble 800 coming, and she's got a P5 coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hey
Yep.
Shannon, are you interested in a Burgundy Mist 5-string
I will
Z7?
kick. I will boy, I will kick hair onto your head. Play with me if you want to.
Oh damn! I'm
Play-
gonna sell it to you at half price. Now I'll actually have hair on my head. This would be a
All
great
right.
time.
All right,
Oh,
yeah.
Tim,
Good
that's the
luck
one
having me
you
sign
forgot.
anything, you motherfucker, you.
I'm not gonna be able to bring that bass. I'm not
Good
gonna be able to
luck.
afford the airfare for that and
Polly,
14
you said you like
instruments.
bourbon.
Why does
I didn't.
everybody want to not be a friend to me? I don't
Heck yeah.
understand. Sono is in the bully verse, and yet everybody is not loyal to the verse. Now I got to be
Can I just admit
Thanos.
something? Can I just admit something real quick? And Sono, I owe you an apology. I was almost getting ready to say that I've been on every base hang since #1, and this is my first one, and I'm failed. I'm not even on a base hang. I'm on Sono's base hang, but
Oh no. Yeah, see that's
You're
the
the-
thing. I was even going over the title with Floof. I'm all like, I don't want to confuse everyone by saying base hang in the sentence or in the title. But I was like, nah, this is kind of just like me hanging after the fact that I haven't done a live stream in over 3 months. So I figured I'd just do it.
So how
now.
about you just call it a base hangout?
Well, I don't want to call it base hang from now on. This is just kind of like the title that I came up last minute because I wasn't honestly planning to make another live stream after the one I did before. I just
probably
thought, all right,
after party, the after party.
pretty much
There you
the
go.
The
after
post base
party,
hang.
After party, yeah.
Don't call it a Diddy party.
pretty
Yeah.
much.
No diddy.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta-
exactly. But no worries,
Now,
the title will
BCC,
change
that-
because I thought of
BCC, that just makes you the watcher of the bully verse. You're there observing, not interacting on the base hangs.
No, but this is also a thing I need to say. I didn't know what you look like, BCC. This
Yeah.
wasn't even like you ain't dropping on. You've been in way too many base
Sandon's
hangs.
raising
You
a
never
hallelujah
dropped
down
in
there.
at all. So
I've got a
You got
Focusrite
this- you got
sitting
you got the
over
square
there.
with
I
that,
got my
boy.
Focusrite Scarlet and a laptop, and I'm not mad at fucking you.
Yeah, you listen. At some point, me and you,
Yeah,
you got to
I know
square
it's kinda
that.
weird, you got that name tag on it.
Yeah, we had Floof
And
on here.
what's that?
Yeah, we had Floof was on here. a
And,
little
yeah,
bit
but I've been
earlier.
like,
You got to square that.
or
my
what I
boy.
was gonna say was, what number hang is this phone? But it's not even that. It's not even your hang. It's Sono. So Sono, my apologies.
no, it's all
Yeah.
good.
I'm glad
Yeah.
I'm glad that BCC finally came on. I agree with Bully. It's been like long overdue. He's such a great guy. He's had a lot of conversations with me, offered me a ton of advice. I've needed a ton of advice with some of the stuff I've been buying lately. So yeah, he's the OG.
We were on the phone, like after you got your base, and we were on the phone that one night, and you and Andy were hanging out, and I think we were on the phone for like 4 hours, at least 4.5 hours, or something like that. Didn't even feel like it. And I don't like to talk on the phone for very long, but we were just having a good old time. I think it was after you, or maybe Andy, ordered that Strandberg or whatever, and you got your, it was something else like that. So that's the Strandberg that he ordered just came in. Huh?
Yeah, so we
Is that right?
ordered there's a new model of Strandberg that just came out. So we ordered a Strandberg, we ordered the Sire P5 and then the Rumble 800. So
How do you make
Did you
so
order
many
the
wins and then make a
Strandberg,
loss like
the
that?
guitar, or are you talking about the Strandberg bass?
Strandberg guitar.
Oh,
Yeah.
but say the Bowden is not easy to get. I think they're usually on back order, and they are very proud of those.
Huh.
Mhm.
Well,
I don't know if
they're-
they have anything they're not proud of, but
Well,
I mean they're
Well, let me stop you there because they do have a plant here in California, and they do often sell their B stocks at a very cheap price, like below 2K, and I would say it's worth it. I would definitely buy a B stock Strandberg, but I don't know. I think it's just, again, it's a lot of money to commit, but I will admit that the neck is what makes Strandberg. And feeling their neck for the first time, it definitely makes you not want to like play anything else after that. I don't know. That's just my experience.
I've never played one, so I don't know.
Yeah, you'll definitely change your mind once you start playing one, and then you realize like, dang, like this
That-
is really
That's
good.
the one too, like the triangular shaped neck, but it's
Yeah, it's like a
whatever they call
trapezoid. It
yeah,
kind of
but
like
it's got that angle to it too. It looks
Mhm.
like it would like what is this? But when you play it, it's like wow, that really works.
it does.
Like your thumb,
Do they
your
have like
thumb
a
goes right
trademark
into the
on that
flat
shape?
spot in the back, just
Yeah, it's a
right.
trademark.
But
Hmm.
then they have that asymmetrical part, like where it runs towards the top at the first fret, but then it kind of ends up towards the bottom of the neck at the bottom. Yeah,
Right. And
those are
then
pretty sweet.
when I did see the small Strandberg booth at NAMM this year, they did introduce that they were going to come up with a cheaper lineup for the bases, like around the 12 to 1500 range, but they didn't like say the exact release date. They just mentioned it. But that's something I will look forward to because I know they brought one out for their guitar models where it's going to be like in the $1,000 budget because all of their guitar end models are like way over 2K, and even then it kind of settles around 22 to 2500. Like the one I want to look into getting if I were to play guitar, it would be the white one that's like 2200, but you know, it's a
Ugh.
commitment.
You play guitar?
I don't play guitar enough to be like, yeah, I want a guitar. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Oh.
have a hand-me-down Stratocaster Squire Affinity that I have been recently playing just so I can just learn the basic chord stuff. But other than that, I wouldn't see myself dedicating enough time to really just like learn guitar. You know what I'm saying?
I have
Sono,
my
we'll
one.
have
That's right.
3 of them in our house when you're out here in November. So if you want to play one, definitely let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I know
Don't
November.
encourage this foolishness.
Hey, you play guitar on your channel.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
Do.
pull up the video. Let's pull it up. Receipts. Receipts.
No, I do not.
Pictures
play
or it didn't
bass.
happen.
I play bass on a little
Oh,
strings
there were
guitar.
3 bullies. There were 3 bullies. One was playing the drums, another played guitar, and one of them was playing the bass.
I can
probably-
only vouch for 2 of
It's
those
probably
bullies.
Bully. The
Oh, was it
guitar.
the one that was drums and guitar? What a
Absolutely
shame.
not.
You know, I think it's probably Bully from a different universe that we've
Watch
seen
out, man.
play guitar.
It's
Yeah,
from the bully
that's-
That's from the bully multiverse.
That's a multiverse.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
multiverse Bully.
What the hell are you talking about? You crossed over.
One, except not Jet Li, it's Bully Lee, and it's he's a guitar player in the other.
Here's the
universe.
thing. Were they all dressed the same?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I remember seeing Bully play guitar with that attire. I think it was something else. I think he was in a
The hell?
business suit or something.
The hell are you talking about?
But
No, I'm pretty sure you, Obi, and Floof are all playing guitar.
Nope.
Yeah, there was a bass player one night when Six Strings came out, and I was like, I'm out. You lost
That was
me.
like unsubscribe. Mm-mm.
Like this shit's for Andy right here, not for us.
I don't know what you're talking
Get
about.
enough of that guitar shit at home.
Yeah, you know what we're talking about. 6 strings.
Y'all are all weird, bro. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Mine. I'm gonna quote Charles Berthold here. Mine's a 6-string piccolo bass. That's what I have.
Yeah, short scales, 6-string
Ultra short scale, only like 20. Things 25 and a half on that
BCC,
Explorer.
Andy's chiming in the background.
I'm
What's that?
sure guitarists always have to talk.
Mhm.
They always have to have the attention.
Oh yeah, he did start on bass.
Well, just because he makes bad life decisions on music stuff. I mean, he picked you, so he's redeemed a little bit, but not much. I mean,
I give him my full backing. I endorse him 100%. He did that excellent setup and fret polishing and all that for Shannon. So if a man could put his fingers and love and attention into a bass guitar like that, I support this message.
Yeah, he spent like 3 hours on the neck. He did a great job.
He better not spend 4 hours on his guitar stuff.
Right.
3 hours for the bass, but yeah.
Sono, the guitar that my husband is getting is the purple rendition of the economy guitar. I can't remember what the model was called.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it was the budget model, I believe.
Yeah,
I'm
what's
not even a
the
purple fan of that.
standard
It's
that
gorgeous.
you just bought?
Essentials
Essentials?
in Future Dusk.
Future Dusk. It's beautiful. It's like a purple color.
Yeah, it looks kind of lavendery or whatever, but I'm not even a purple fan, and I thought it was beautiful. Like I would choose.
Hey, if you go on AliExpress, you can get a Strandberg for only $330. I'm just saying,
Sure.
it's right there,
Sono, what are you playing?
What am I
and it
playing?
has the weird trapezoidal
Guitar.
neck too. So but I mean, they
Stop!
don't care about
Stop!
copyright.
Stop doing that.
Playing guitar, but I'm
Stop.
trying to. Let me see.
Let me see.
Why'd you make yourself bigger?
Make yourself bigger.
You better be glad you're owning this stream, because I'll kick your ass out of here.
It was a bass hang. I didn't see anything about guitar string or anything
Right.
like
Guitar string.
New
Oh,
bass hang,
stop it.
aka new guitar hang.
Like, I get pissed off when my dad calls it a guitar. I'm like, it's a bass, Dad. Come on. And now he calls it, and I actually tell him, he said the other day, "Hey, what I gotta have you teach me play bass." And that my mind was blown. But anyways, yeah. People say, "Oh, yeah, these guitars." I'm like, it's a bass. I have to feel like sometimes I don't always, but usually I do.
I hate.
I'll support
that
you,
like
Sono.
this so much.
So probably the most annoying thing you can do as a guitar player is definitely
Just
this.
play.
Yeah, pretty much just
It's
play anything.
Yep.
Take up your fretboard.
I knew he was gonna do that bullshit.
Like that's really
do-
it.
Now do Thunderstruck.
Oh,
Damn, I don't know that.
I got pretty good food for. You always talk about that spread one night. I got a 6-fret spread that I've been doing. It's definitely a 5-fret.
Cannot wait to get that P5.
What's that?
I can't wait to get that P5.
Oh yeah,
Oh, heck
I can
yeah.
make you feel how smooth these nuts are. They're just incredible. They're just so. I don't know. They're so darn smooth and nice.
That's freaking gross. All right.
That's a
so
real cool looking
What I
inlay
need
you
to
got
say
there,
is,
Sono.
what I need to say, just make yourself regular, because I don't want to look at this shit. All right. So
All right, one moment.
Sono, zoom it in to the bottom left corner of your screen.
All right. So what I'm gonna say is, I don't necessarily like the labella flats on this bass.
Tapes.
I don't like the strings. They're too floppy. I would much rather put Diodarios on this one if I'm gonna go with that type of energy. But like it's the fact that I'm a heavy bender, right? So let's I'll give you the whole
The battery dying in that bass tone.
huh?
It sounds fuzzy. It sounds like the battery might be dying.
I think it's just overpowering the preamp.
Yeah, I think it's
Oh,
just
is that it?
I think it's I have it up too loud.
Okay.
Ding wall setting. It does the. It's like it's way too much. Like make me big, and then I can show you how loose they are. Sona,
He said, "Make me big."
make me big.
Whoops.
Thank you. Now,
This is what happens when you get conceited.
Shut up.
It's like, damn, I look. So I was like, damn, I look good with this cheapo Rickenbacker.
Is that the Jackson joint?
Nah, it's the Harley Benton.
Harley Benton.
Oh,
I could tell.
okay.
Yeah, it looked like
All right.
It's the Harley
So-
Benton-Bacher.
Patrick Hunter's video.
So the fact that I could do, I shouldn't be able. Like I'm strong.
I am
Yeah.
Iron Man.
That's because the more of
Oh,
the string
it's,
is only like a.
it's out of tune now.
What happens? Bendy, bendy.
Yeah. You're never gonna do that normal. But I keep saying that you're
Yeah.
when you end, you go too far and you get past it.
Oh my god, this is a nightmare. I don't like this. It sounds okay. I will put the Diodarios on there like after I've played on it for about 2 to 3 weeks. After I played on those strings on the Z7 for about 2 to 3 weeks, and then swap them over to their final home, and then yeah,
About that
like
same
they-
time frames when the F10 should come in. So
So I'm gonna take these off.
you're not gonna leave them on there and try them out a little more.
No, I don't like these are cool, and I can definitely send them to you so you can try. I don't know that you've played Labellas. Have you played Labellas?
Yeah.
So
They're
so
on
which
my
are the
Pearl
ones that
BTV.
you want to keep? Like you told me
Oh.
what the price was for a set, and I think I'm gonna go with the Diodario.
Either way, you can also leave him on it and send it to Prop because he said he thought he'd be wanting to try it, and then I told him whenever he's done, if anything, he could just send them to me. So whichever ones you want to keep. Put the others on the Z10 when you send it to Prop, or the
Dope.
Z10, the Z7.
All right, cool. So I'll probably send these on the Z7 with the strings that came off of it, and then the Diodarios I'll throw on here and wear her in.
Yeah, I'll have Labellas on this one.
This is what you wanted, BCC. This is what you're looking for. This is what you're looking for. This is the thing that you're hunting for. This is
Yeah, but I think I'm just gonna make it a jazz and a P now. But
which is
they'll have
completely
to
it's
argue.
completely cool. That idea is dope. But you know what's better than 1P pickup?
2. What's better than 2? 3.
3.
What's better than 3?
Boosie Collins, baby, 5. We just gonna skip 4 and go right to the end game. Yeah,
Look,
man.
there's room for a jazz pickup all the way at the bottom and all the way at the top by the neck. Yep.
I
Yep.
wouldn't do it
Hey,
because I
all
slap.
All
I
I'm,
slap,
all I'm
though,
gonna
so I
say,
can't do it.
all I'm gonna say is, if you
That's why I
watch
was
Lob's
gonna put-
video about the new
Yeah,
Ibanez that has the super long fretless neck, you just get rid of some of that neck, and you can fit a few more P pickups in there.
Yeah.
You only need like 7. You only need 13, 14 frets on that bass. You could fit another 2 or 3.
My deal was, Bully, because I wanted to go P pickup. I wanted all of them to be humbucking, like a P pickup is naturally. But then I remembered I have those DiMarzio 123s that are humbucking dual coils and single housings. And then I can make those, then I can have my push-pull pots for the series and parallel options on the jazz pickups there too. And then, of course, I can single them out and solo my bridge pickup like I'd like to and still have that hum canceling. But I was wanting to do it on this bass to have the P and the J and all the, with just volume, tone to blend with however I
Yeah.
like. But it's because this neck is so darn good. I don't want to put it down, you know? It just, it's kind of my go-to bass, this or that 5-string V5, because it just feels so darn good.
So the way that
But
you
all my
just
decks that I-
set that,
you know,
the way that you just set that up, the way you just talked about it, is Klosenstein.
Yeah.
The way you just said that and how you mentally thought it up is Klosenstein. Let me grab her real quick.
Oh, you're close. I got you. Yeah.
BCC, are we ever going to see you actually do this surgery on your base? Just saying.
Well, that's the funny joke because, like, yeah, Shannon and I were talking the other night or last night or night before, and I have this one I want to do, and then my V5 with that Music Man pickup in it, and then I have another one that's it's a P bass that I'm going to put a Music Man P bass and a jazz pickup in. But if I do all three at the same time, I can do all the routing at the same time. So I'm telling Shannon a winter project, and she won't get off my back. I'm telling this woman. Back off. No, I'm gonna
quit teasing. Quit teasing. It's your fault. Quit
He keeps
teasing.
sending pictures. I'm like, all talk and no action. What is happening?
Oh, man.
Where is our relationship?
It's funny.
Where are we?
It's funny how Shannon said that because my current GF literally just said that to me hours ago. She's all like, "You're all talk, no action." I'm just all like, "Soon."
Soon, I'm going to be at
BCC,
least a two.
What's
you
that?
saying about the MMP and J. There is, I've seen it before. Actually, I talked about it on one of the hangs. I had seen there is a company that makes it's I think like it's either a standard like a either a precision bass or a jazz bass body, but they have that same setup, and I think it's passives. It's volume, tone, but they have the Music Man, the P, and the J all on it. I don't remember what the brand name was. I remembered seeing one on Reverb, and it was like $350, $400, and I was like, that's interesting. That's way more knobs than I normally want to deal with anyway. But at least it was passive.
Yeah. Well, the thing about
headstock,
having the
though,
volume tone is that you can blend the pickup, the pickups however you like, instead of just, like a blend knob.
Like flipping a switch or something.
Yeah, exactly. So
you just have them all the way up all the time. That's the only way you
probably,
can do it.
yeah. That's how I used to roll when I was in my 20s,
the
just
input.
full on all the time. But so I was thinking about doing this project all at once to get all the routing done all at once. And then the P with the Music Man and the jazz, that's just because I have the pickup sitting around, and I took the black one out of the Ray 24. It's sitting here not doing anything, so
Or you could just get some body blanks and just build new ones.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of in a spot now where I have my workbench area stuff, but I don't really have a workshop to get like sawdust and stuff like that. And I could take it places. It'd probably be an outside job or working outside or somebody else's garage, stuff like that. So, but anyways, back to Bully and his close. Very. Oh no,
Sorry.
Rockstar.
Sorry.
We'll have to make
Sorry.
Bully big again.
Apologize. Sorry, my bad. What you were talking about is basically Klosenstein.
Yeah.
So this is the idea that he's kind of
You're
hinting
scaring Sono with the one hand hold.
The fact that I'm just like, how is he doing it? Is it like what, 7 pounds, right?
at. It's probably like 8.
Oh, not
or
too
whatever.
bad. That I could do
It's
with
not
my
bad.
hand like
Yeah,
that.
it
Yeah,
was
I can
like
do that.
A thumb and 2 fingers.
Yeah, easy. No, I can do that too.
So okay.
I dare
Well,
you.
let's just
triple dog it.
so you're okay with it before I polish it up or whatever.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I'm listening.
All right, dig it. So these are proprietary pickups. These are close pickups, right?
Right.
And then I sent this bad boy. This is from Aztec Mania or some crap from eBay. It's like $25 for a P pickup. They're fatties.
They're from Guitar Madness.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I throw in here, and it's exactly what you said. Volume, tone. Whenever they wired it up, they wired this one up in reverse, so it made everything sound like crap until I swapped it. Yeah. So I swapped it. Like, these by themselves sounded great. This sounded great. That sounded great. This sounded great by itself. Whenever I tried to match them, out of phase, so it would sound weak. So I just swapped them over. Money, complete money.
Swap the
My
positive
favorite.
and negative. You just swapped your positive and negative on that same pickup.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, so it was out of phase then. Compared to the close pickups, you just made it in phase with the close pickups, and now it's all good. You're saying, right?
absolutely. That's it.
Cool.
Nice.
And
I was concerned
under-
about that, to be honest with you.
underneath all of this, it's just an open spot, and it looks just like a P pickup wiring.
Yeah, nice and
To
simple, or like a
each
jazz
one.
pickup with one extra
Yeah.
deal on it. Yeah, it's a simple
Yeah.
wiring process.
It's a little bit different because jazz pickups kind of go from one bridge to the other, and they kind of affect each other when they're not
Yeah.
there. So the best way I could describe it is kind of like each one has a P pickup going to the tone pot.
Yeah. Well, if you
That's
look
the
at
best way.
how the tone pot's wired on a P bass is different than how it's wired on a jazz bass.
Jazz bass, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but for the wiring on this one, it kind of looks like 3 Ps.
right, gotcha. It's going to the center lug instead of the outside lug. Yeah,
Yeah,
gotcha.
It's all each one is going directly to this kinda. So
Yep.
they're not interfering with each other. They're just kind of sending signal there. Contrary to belief, my favorite setting, 2 of them. This one all the way up. This one all the way up. So these 2 pickups all the way up. And these 2 pickups all the way up. These sound great. This sounds great. This sounds great. But I haven't found a use for just
okay.
this solo.
This is okay. This is okay. And
Okay, so I probably need to do a video. Really? So tone off these back 2 pickups off, just this pickup, right? It's passive. Let's give it some balls. Too much balls. Okay, my bad. I apologize. Tone on. Okay,
Oh, that's nice.
turn it off.
That's a nice tone.
This is the P pickup. Okay, that's a little bit too much. Still, I just don't want to get a whole bunch of string noise. Tone on. Okay, this is the back pickup. Tone off.
but it's not a single coil.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
Now, here are my favorite settings. Front, middle, take the back off, tone all the way off.
Going all the way off. That kind of surprised me a little bit.
That's these 2. Tone
Sounds
on.
pretty good too. That's all of it? That's all 3
Those are-
there?
No. Here's all
Oh.
3.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Tone off.
Oh,
All
you just
3.
turned the tone up. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Got it.
This is tone off. Okay. Tone on.
That's amazing. That to me sounds like a bigger jazz bass.
Yeah,
It's
and that's what I was
it's a
thinking.
monster.
I
I'm
could
looking
have the
forward. I'm looking forward to the 6-string they come out with because I got to have it. I got
Oh.
to have it, and I want 3 soap bars. I want
Heck yeah.
Bride of Klosenstein. I need to have 3 5-string or 6-string soap bars with 3 volumes in 1 tone. I don't even want you to put a Fishman Fluence preamp foolishness in it. No. What I need you to do is give me this on a stupid scale. That's what I need you to do. I need the extra. Look at this. This is my travel base. Carbon fiber. Carbon,
Which I'm still waiting for them to come out with.
dude.
That's carbon fiber you have there.
Carbon fiber.
Well,
Moment.
it's like this pickup, Bully, is and everybody else. This is from Artec as well, or Guitar Magic. And this was
Yeah, they're
it's Alnico
solid.
5. It's Alnico 5, and man, bro,
It
does
sounds
this
good.
sound so
It
good.
kicks ass
It's-
hard. It's
It's
so
a 4
good.
wire. So this is getting ready to have more work to it, but it's a 4 wire as well. And it replaced the ceramic steel pickup, which I don't have a problem with ceramic pickups at all. Like I like the super ferrites from the TV.
Oh,
This thing, it's still one series, but it does it's not too
dude.
honky or anything, and it makes
Dude,
the EQ.
if you put it in parallel, you might not want to mess with it no more.
That's true.
If you put it in
Yeah.
parallel, you might not want to mess with it no more.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try parallel things, probably alone. But yep, I do have another one just in case. But like when Donnie Lee Long did his Gray, and he didn't have the pickup way up here because, like he said, it was moved back here some.
Like a
And,
like a MTD Super 5 or a Super 4 or whatever.
I just don't know why the double bust on Music Man's Race Stingray is like so far up here that it's right where I'm gonna be slapping. But yeah, those
Like this
Those,
this foolishness right here. Make me big so I can hate it out loud. Make me big, please. Thank you. This, I hate it. It's so good. It's such a good bass. If you move it 1 inch this way, it's a perfect bass. But because they have it right next to the foot, let me just. I need.
Is that
Easy
the
Rock.
Harley Benton?
yeah, that's Harley Benton.
Oh my gosh.
Got the
Like,
Roswell.
I want to get down, but my finger can't groove
That's unfortunate.
in the groove.
Shannon, I told you, it might get in the way of slapping. Shannon was going to get the double buck, and I was like, that's a good deal on that double buck, but
So here's the
Yeah.
here's
And I
the
take it that
here's the
lowering-
conundrum. Here's the conundrum.
Lowering the pickup isn't an option.
It is, but then I lose the fatness
Yep.
of the tone.
Yeah.
So here's the option. What I'm gonna end up doing is figuring out how I could slap back here, but then I'm thumping over a pickup, which adds a boomy slap to what I'm doing.
Yeah, and then it definitely hits the.
And I can't
coil.
do this because that's awkward. I can't try to aim for this spot and then pull.
Yeah.
Maybe I could. Maybe I can make it a
You
thing.
can.
Can we take a moment to just notice how my dog is watching you right now?
Doggy.
Yeah.
That's all.
Hey,
That's a
Rick,
long
Rick,
face
Rick,
dog.
doing?
It is
What's
a
he
long
doing?
face dog. Hey,
It's
buddy.
a Rick Springfield kind of dog. Whatever those breeds are. You know what I'm talking about, Sono.
Oh my gosh.
What's he doing?
Hey,
Who is a
Sono.
good boy?
Is the dog's name Chance by any chance?
It's Ronan.
Yeah.
Oh,
This one's
Ronan.
Ronan.
that's pretty hard. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a pretty dope name. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It is.
This one's Ronan, and we have coffee, like the drink, only spelled different.
Was that a
We got-
joke? Was that a joke to me? Was that a
That's a
joke
joke to
to me?
everybody, Billy. That's a joke to
No.
all of you.
Even the dog shook his head.
No,
Bully.
no. See, here's one person I can't run from. He's dead. Michael Clark
I
Duncan.
know. You're
You
such
know
a
how
good
many
guy.
people have called me Green Mile? That's not even his name. That's the movie.
Dead man walking.
No, fuck you. I'm not gonna. Not even gonna get that no energy. You know how many people have been like, you remind me of.
Wayman
You remind
Tisdale,
me
man.
that guy with
That
Tom
is a
Hanks.
compliment. He's such a good dude. Oh, goodness grief.
It's that John Coffee, man. Like to drink, just spelled different. Just not spelled the same. Yeah.
Just you know what? I don't have to do
Oh, you
this.
never know.
Y'all, look, boy. Here's the thing. You know what? I wouldn't have a problem with it if I didn't have an awesome 6 months as Bear from Armageddon. Okay? Bear. I was Bear from
You are-
Armageddon. And then The Green Mile came out. And then I was all of a sudden John Coffey in high school trying to holler at females.
and they're like spelled it different. What's up, cappuccino?
Oh, and black people don't give a damn. They don't care.
They don't.
Oh, no, they don't.
Really?
We lost
No.
Shannon and the dog.
Doggy, no.
That's funny though.
Yeah, oh, it's not.
Normally, I
Not
wouldn't
when it's-
dive out,
not
but
when
I
it's
have
my
to be
life.
at work in like 5 hours. So
I
you guys-
also have to be.
Might
at
as well
work
just
in
call it
probably
a
5
night.
hours. So, yeah.
Hey, nice to meet all you guys. Sono, thanks for having me on. Bully, good to
You got
finally.
to be on. You got to be on my channel now.
Yeah, he's
Wednesday,
gotta. It's
you gotta
mandatory
be here
now.
now.
I'll make my background look a little bit better.
No, you ain't got to worry about
That's
none
perfect.
Of
Nah, you're good.
About it, but I
But
appreciate it
Shannon,
because I've been part of the.
you
whole
got to
since
bring
the
your
beginning.
ass out too now. You can't. You got the whole situation
well,
going
probably
on
just your face. Don't.
now. Yeah. Oh.
You'll
oh,
demonetize
God.
Bully. Don't.
Oh God. Yeah. Keep your.
Is it really?
Do I want to
live?
tell? Do I want to tell women what to do?
I mean, it's your channel. Telling people not to legitimately show their asses is
Well,
just
not on
you
my channel.
protecting yourself.
Not on my
so.
channel.
Well,
Oh, okay.
here's
You can
here's
show
the-
your ass on Sono's channel, I guess. That's fine.
Not on my
Shannon,
channel.
I'm not inviting you to any type of nudity that you do not agree to. That's what I want to say. I'm a base
Only
channel.
if you agree.
I do enjoy a good bottom, but I'm not saying that it has to be yours. I enjoy bass. the
I
low end.
understand, Bully. Give me just a minute.
No, get out of here. Wait a minute.
What's
Okay,
going on?
this is too much.
Just tell
I
Robert and
apologize.
look at
I'm just going. I'm just. I'm
Sono,
sorry.
Sono
I
was
didn't.
quick on that boot.
My
Sono
God.
was quick on that. Nope.
My God, today
Yeah, honestly, slid in like the rock with the rock bottom.
on the side.
Yeah, Sono.
Oh no!
Oh no, you lost Bully.
He took himself out. That's why.
You people's elbowed Bully away.
Oh my gosh.
He was like, now's a good time to bow out.
Yeah, might as well, right?
Puffy and R. Kelly are making a run for it. I better go.
Hey. All right then.
It goes out on baby
Everyone.
oil. That-
Yeah, Costco didn't want none of that steam or smoke. They're like, we don't sell baby oil. What are you talking about?
You guys see the meme where the guy's buying the baby oil and then P. Diddy, he comes over the shoulder and he's like, whoa. And then you've seen that short. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Bless you. Bless you again.
I'm always good for 3.
Okay, you only get
But-
3. Bless you. After that, you can just.
It's a quick short though, and the guy's reaching down for one of the last bottles of Johnson & Johnson's baby oil, and then from like behind his shoulder, over the shoulder, is a picture of Diddy popping up, and then he looks around real quick, and it's not there anymore. It's one of those
Oh my
Instagram
goodness.
things where you're like, okay, I've had enough of Instagram.
All right,
But
y'all have a peaceful night.
thank you.
And have a
Good to see
very
you guys.
joyous weekday coming up. So this is gonna be
All
very interesting.
All about
All right.
this right here.
That's right. Take care, y'all.